So, last time we left off. Who wants to go? Come on. Don't make me do it.
I already talked.
I guess that's nose goes.
Did we come back from the date last, or am I behind an episode?
No, that's where it started.
So we picked up having our lizard man go on a mob boss date. Got into a fight. Llamel and Dominus did a masave where they saved him by battling not to the death. Then I'm good at this. They fucked off, and we flip over to Richard and Gwen and Lucretia. Sorry, I looked at that and went, how do I say that?
I was trying to figure out what the Gatorade bottle knew.
Lucretia. Oh, I have a note right here with all the names
Please
written.
speak your wisdom.
I'm just saying, from here, it just looks like you're examining a bottle.
That's because I am.
There's a message in that bottle.
Yeah.
Drink more.
So we hop over to us, and we are meeting with Ado sounds right. We're meeting with Ado, and we were talking with the man, and Richard over here was buying drinks for everybody. Everyone enjoyed him except that one fucker over there. Well, she had another fucker. There were two fuckers over there who did not drink, and they said that we was arrested. No.
You were arrested?
Nope. We were wanted.
They said that we were wanted.
They said that we're wanted, and then we left the bar. Ado got his ass whooped. We did a save him, and then we were walking him home. And then we got our ass whooped a little bit by those two assholes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't get touched.
Okay, yeah, well, I mean, I was actually also not hurt, but you know.
Oh, how you doing over there?
Shot face gun.
I mean, at that point, you want
somebody
to try to
got
pick
shot
it
in the face. That's about all I remember at the moment.
Okay.
Lucretia went down. Spinal injury, I'm pretty sure.
No, just face injury. Oh,
that was you.
Lucretia.
Are you Lucretia?
Not everything's about you, okay?
Maybe I want to be Lucretia, okay?
We can work that out.
Llamel valiantly rushed her to the hospital, going like 26 miles an hour. Just
He's trying out for the Olympics.
yeah, right. And after that, we were on our way to Adriana.
Well, yes and no. You guys went to the hospital, and then next thing you knew, Gwen was gone. And then the birdie left you guys a note.
And the note
then-
doth proclaimeth, boys,
You don't hit all the
had to go deal with something.
I know.
Might need help. Adriana is in trouble. Come quickly, that's what she said. Insert address here. -G.
Yeah, see, you would have missed reading the note if I didn't give you that description, so you're welcome.
Fair.
Exactly.
Yeah, that sounds about accurate to where we left off.
Who the fuck is G?
G?
Yeah, soup.
Soup?
That's so random. Good soup. See, the thing is that we're going to have to start with Gwen.
Awkward.
That's fine, I can wait to eat soup.
That's fine.
Or I can eat it now.
You can just play Go Fish while we're waiting.
4 pounds of fucking food.
I don't
I
know.
love Kobe's for that reason.
I know, that's so good. Alright,
So, starting with Gwen.
that's me.
You leave the hospital and you make your way out of town.
Yes.
As you're making your way out of town, you manage to procure appropriate means to travel. Let's say you hailed the equivalent of a taxi.
Yeah, no.
Carriage!
I'm not walking.
Walking for commoners, so you're kidding me?
I'm just assuming speed is something you're going to want to
Yeah,
rely
no,
on.
I
so.
absolutely, I got a horse
You
going.
flag down by
Yeah.
carriage, and as you leave the town, you have to navigate getting this person that is driving a carriage to drive you out into the mountains that are nearby. Well, one of them anyway. And at first, the individual is gung-ho enough until they start kind of realize they need to go up-ish part of the mountain. Then they're not so gung-ho, and they kind of decide they're going to leave you there. Unless you can convince them, somehow, to go much further than the 2 silver they required.
I feel like I can convince them.
I believe in you.
How would you like to convince them? Because they're just like...
Suggestion sounds great.
So they're basically like, ma'am, I work for a living. The 2 silver you paid me is taking me an hour out of my
I'm sorry.
route. It's fine.
I can pay them more money.
But I would be missing out on more. If I continue up this mountain, my poor horse is not going to make it back to run the rest of my day.
You said I paid them how much initially?
It's 2 silver.
Okay, I will give him 4 gold.
At your service, ma'am.
God.
And then he
That's what I thought.
gently coaxes the horse to keep going without pushing it too hard because it going up a mountain pulling a carriage isn't going to be nice. After some time, you reach a stone building that half looks carved into the mountain and half looks like it was laid stone by stone to look like it's part of the mountain. You have no use for the carriage man any longer.
So you kill him.
What do you do about them?
Proud of Magnus.
Just dismiss? Okay.
I will tell him, because, like, we're up here in the mountain, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tell him to chill at the bottom of the mountain for, like, 2 hours. If I'm not back by then, he's free to fuck off.
I can do that.
Solid.
So, turns the carriage around enough. There's more than enough room in the area. Takes some special finagling of the cart, but it happens.
Believe in him.
As you go to enter in the stone building,
One of us.
there is a iron door that has been sealed multiple different ways. Your historical knowledge of this place is quite vast. You've been here a few times, but it's been a long time. It is sealed physically, it is sealed magically, and then it is also sealed by just pure physics. The door leans into the mountain, making gravity pulling the weight into it, which it makes it super hard to open. It's deceiving because you're going up a hill, so you don't realize that the building is built into a slope as well, but the entire building is slightly leaned in so that this heavy steel door, or iron door, wants to stay in its pocket. You can unlock it physically, but then you have to open it. The magic seal, that's child's play for you. Do you unlock the magic seal and then set it to relock, or do you leave it undone?
Having been here before, do I know if it auto-locks if I go inside?
There is no auto-locking mechanisms,
Okay. Then,
physical or otherwise.
I'll leave it unlocked in case I need to get out quickly.
Okay. You happen to have the key because why wouldn't you? It's yours. You open the. How do you open this extremely heavy 450-pound iron door?
I assume I've been here a few times and know how to help physics help me out here. So I rig up a mechanism, kind of like a pulley system, where it'll take the weight off of the door and more onto the pulley kind of thing.
Okay.
So I'll take the time to rig that up.
Okay. So the swing arm that's up on the top, you know how to get access enough to it. You know where to find the chain for it and the rope.
Because my 8 strength says no.
As you go to open it, you're going to need some magical assistance. Out of your spells, is there anything you can think of that might aid you?
Don't you dare say mage hand.
I don't have no chance.
I have sorcerer hand.
I have Find Familiar, and my bird is not much stronger than me.
I'd argue the bird would win an arm wrestling contest.
Probably. I can Eldritch Blast it a little bit. It's the only thing I got that's going to be helpful in any way, shape, or form.
If I can get an arm in there and like try to pull it or propel it in.
Everything else I got's mind bullshit. So yeah, Eldritch Blast is all I got.
So the door is rigged in such a way that there's a piece that's behind it. You can use a very careful version of your Eldritch Blast.
Very precisely aimed.
It goes into a fine ray, essentially. And inlaid inside this door is a series of mirrors that you had built into it quite a long time ago. The blast normally wouldn't bounce around such things, but they've been magically treated to do so. They don't deal with warlock hex magic too well, so they repel it. And since it's a mirror, they repel in the angle in which it's reflecting. Bounces around inside the door, and then you hear a piece hit, and you're like, there we go. And then a spring mechanism pushes the door out. That will auto reset. As you go in the door, do you leave the door open or let it close? And if you leave the pulley system on the outside, it will be obvious.
I'll remove it and close it because it's not as hard to open from the inside.
No, it's nothing to open from the inside.
Then I'll. I'm gonna have to close it again.
Okay.
Sounds like a you guys are gonna have to deal with that again later.
Oh,
I don't know where the fuck we're going.
does the pulley thing and everything stay in place though? If you have maintenance,
I will
you can push it away.
hide the mechanics for the pulley system close by, so they're accessible, but they are hidden.
Okay.
From there, you have to use your brain.
Fair enough. As you go in, and the door closes, pre-worked out lanterns illuminate, but only when you're in proximity to them. As you get a little bit closer, purple flame here, purple flame there, they're all ensconced on the side. It feels like you're traversing the sewers without the smell and the water, but otherwise it's the same kind of problem.
Yay!
While that's going on, and it's taken every bit of an hour and a half at this point, if not 2, the other 3 members here have managed to get into a carriage that you have got a hold of, and you are following a bird.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess so.
Ah!
Out of curiosity, I'm assuming Gwen set the bird up to take you to the door. Okay,
Yeah.
that has been confirmed. Good. As you go to leave the town, your carriage
Explodes.
is not paid enough to do all of this.
How much are we talking?
How far are we going?
Bird? Far, I guess. 1 hour, 2 tops, maybe 4.
That would take all day. I would lose my wages.
What are we talking?
I don't know, 10, 15 rides at 2 silver apiece. They're usually in couples, so doubled.
10, 15 rides, so it's 30 silver, it's 3 gold. There's 6. There's double.
Trying to
Done.
help me.
He also has more people.
And more money.
Rich.
Well, we're not going to talk
Would
about
you
how
be
much money
willing
that
to
Richard
lend
seems to
me
have that I don't know about.
Mo money.
Because I don't stare at his character
Mo
sheet to know how
props.
much he saved from character gen.
All of it. He didn't spend a
He's
fucking
rich.
dime.
Oh, I was actually really smart. All right, so as you guys make your way up the mountain, you come across another carriage driver who was just sitting there chilling in his carriage, singing away a merrily tune, way out of tune, offbeat possibly too, considering that he's banging with his hands and tapping with his feet, and none of it matches. He's still going for it.
Is it a common song?
It's a folk song, so yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna join him as we get there.
Just randomly as the carriage is coming up to it?
Yep.
Okay.
If I can
I'd
hear
like
it.
to also
we're
poorly join.
Okay. Performance from both of you.
good. Performance, like we can do that.
Meanwhile, the carriage driver is trying to figure out how to go on a 1-lane mountain road, which the other carriage is in the way of.
Just move around
really
the
bad.
carriage.
11.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, okay, so you guys do about the same. No, I'm kidding. I mean, trained versus untrained. Let's say you guys both do well, but Llamel, for some reason, does slightly better than you would have ever expected
Oh.
and actually sets
The bar.
the tempo.
Llamel was feeling good today.
Yeah.
It's a drinking song, so he knows it.
There we go.
You should become a musician.
I've once been told I'd be a great muse.
Mm. So,
We'll play the hand clap.
oh, you're
Hello,
going to
my
bring
friend.
people to the village. Or, not to the village, up to the mountain. I see you're doing this. Why are you tapping out a... I'm waiting. The other one, that's your carriage driver, turns to you. I can't go around them. And your bird seems to be still going. I guess that's what we've been following based on...
Question, good sir. Have you seen...
Is it a minor illusion thing again?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't look like one when I went.
I know. I remember. I can't say I have.
Huh.
Maybe a few weeks ago.
Must be the wrong place. Maybe the bird's wrong.
Richard,
Maybe. But I doubt it.
the professor possesses the ability to change her appearance.
So do I. I can change your appearance with the spell.
See, look, now she has a bigger rack.
I had not considered that.
You didn't even have to keep recasting it. You can just...
Okay, that's good to know. Did you just bring one person here?
Yeah. Woman, about height, which is slightly larger or smaller? Smaller? Bigger or smaller build? Okay, trimmer build. Then that. Not the same in the face, definitely not same hair. Daintier hands.
How much further up the pass did you go?
Because it's mountain road, half hour. So, yeah, not that far.
Well,
2 ridges and a turn.
I'm wearing
Why'd you eat all the
boots,
steak and
these boots were made for walking. I hop out.
Is that what they will do?
All right, fine.
Indeed, they shall.
We
I
have
hope
to.
they do not walk all over him.
Dude, he set you guys up. He set you up. And I was about to make a joke on how you set the tempo. They might walk all over you, and you got to it first.
I fucking love it.
All
All
right.
right.
Well,
This is a music episode, guys.
Yeah!
We promised one. It's still coming.
Adriana's just sitting there like, I need a hero!
We're not.
but you got a 0.
Oh.
Yeah, this isn't going to go well. We're going to have to change the
Great.
song.
Not
All right.
copyright yet.
Lit
So we
into
can't
the
go
background.
around him. I guess we can walk the rest of the way. That's fine.
I'm like 30 paces ahead by this point.
Okay.
Llamel is fast.
About Liz fast.
We should move.
Should I wait here or is... And how long?
Go.
Why are you still here if your carriage is gone?
The lady paid me to wait for 2 hours. It's been 1.
Could you wait for 2 hours?
Are you asking the one that drove you or the other one?
The one that drove us.
Yeah, I don't see why not. The 2 of us can hang out for a little bit.
Sounds good.
He pulls his carriage off to the side, lets the 2 horses eat some grass, and they just start banging back on the carriage again, making a very nasty racket, but it fits.
Beautiful.
There you go. We're going to overload the crap out of mics on that.
Yeah.
Yay!
So, 45 minutes up the mountain road, you guys make it to a giant stone structure with a big question mark. The stone structure, though laid as it probably from stones of the mountain itself, it is not laid like a normal square building might, or even one with some design to it. It's actually meant to look kind of like a face of the mountain itself. So it's haphazard in different places. There's weird bends in it, but it's structurally sound enough because you're not sure. It just seems to be structurally sound. You find no evidence of any mortaring, so the stone is just laid in place. And it means if it moved, the whole structure gets compromised or settles. Questionable which way that would go. But attached to the stone structure is a gigantic iron door. When I say gigantic, I mean that carriage could have gone through it in theory, but it would not be able to do it because the horse is too tall.
I want to try something funny.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna use Channel Divinity, Knowledge of the Ages, to give myself proficiency in athletics.
Ooh, we're going real far on this one.
Yep. And I'm gonna use guidance as Adrid does his typical prayer. Xanatos, empower my flesh. And I'm gonna try and open the thing.
All right.
Can I give him the help action through moral support?
Sure, roll with advantage. I'm assuming you mean you're actually going to help him? Or do you mean
I'm
literally-
basically going to be behind him going,
Oh,
Yeah,
well
you
then
got
don't roll with advantage. He's not doing anything to actually help you.
no, I'm not helping you.
He said moral
Come on.
support, not
Yeah, you're right,
helpful.
You're doing athletics, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, that is going to be 14. Not strong enough.
If you were a female lizard, you might have felt like an egg was coming on that effort. Since you are not, it just feels like it's a time to release your bowels.
Thank you. Thanks.
Look, lizards don't go every day.
I can hold it for up to 3 weeks.
There we go.
That's fucking Gross, Adrit. Why the fuck would you tell me that?
That is not canon.
It's not canon.
Oh, we're in filler territory.
It's the moment where
Fuck, it's a filler episode!
we sit down and we have like this big feast, and by the end of it, our guts are like, no.
Ugh.
Llamel, want to give it a try?
You could have helped me.
Stepping away on that
Don't
one.
look at me. This doesn't actually exist.
This mythical veil of non-existence.
I am just a thing that speaks from the clouds and tells everybody else what's going on.
You are the schizophrenic voices in my head.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to open the door.
We're going to have to timestamp that too, by the way. At 31.
I'm gonna give you the guidance as well.
Oh shit, nice.
Wait, you're not actually going to help him, though?
No, you didn't help me.
That is a 19 on athletics.
Oh my god!
Oh my god,
You do a little better. The door starts to...
hear like a groaning
Yeah.
sound of it budging.
But it's at this point you do realize there is a locking mechanism.
How unfortunate.
You have above 15, so you know that there was a locking mechanism.
I'm pulling against something, damn it. This door's locked.
Well, shit.
Most of them are. Just saying.
You shut the fuck up, you non-existent.
Woo! Wow.
Okay, so
This is going to be a night.
do we see anything, any lever or anything to unlock it? Like how a normal keyhole.
Perhaps.
And yes, there is definitely a keyhole.
I'm angry, so I'll look it.
Ah,
Okay.
25.
9.
11.
Your collective efforts have identified that there is A, a keyhole, B, that is not the mechanism keeping the door locked,
Okay.
and C, there is some other locking mechanism that is not a deadbolt feature.
Okay.
Non-traditional locks.
You know how to pick a lock? One that happens to guard a mountain door that leads to some government conspiracy.
If I had not already prayed to Sanitas, I would be able to absorb the knowledge of lockpicking. Unfortunately, I decided to get beefy. It did not work.
Could you beefily take down that lock?
Can I try and, like, beat the shit out of the lock?
Sure.
Okay.
Make an unarmed strike.
Can I use my bite attack?
Just roll damage.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let you roll damage. We're gonna see how many teeth you break.
5 points of damage.
5 teeth.
Okay.
5 teeth.
So you're on metal. It tastes terrible.
Nice.
I have to taste it
Tastes
too.
like
And outside of some scratching on the iron, because it is still iron,
No.
you don't feel like you're making any real headway.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Do you have any lockpicking tools?
I have a kit.
I
I
pull
don't-
out a trident. This is the best I have.
So when you take a look at the lock, it's got that usual like square that comes down and then the round. But then there is a second round just below it that is not affiliated to the key at all. It doesn't look like it's any larger. It just looks like it may be there for various reasons. You're not sure at first. When you put your hand near it, that second little hole in the bottom does have air, just very lightly, as if there's something exchanging from both sides, where the other one would not because it's in the door, suggesting that it is a hole that goes most of the way through the door or all the way.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to lockpick it first.
Yeah, I blend in my tools.
Is that a +2 or is that just proficiency?
It's up to the DM. I don't know how that stuff works. Tools are...
Oh, you're
Weird.
not proficient with Thieves' Tool, are you?
It depends on whether you took it or not.
Are you
Large
sure,
can be.
Richard?
Yeah, that's why I kind of expected the bar too.
I'm gonna say no.
Here, you would scroll to a little bit more to the right.
There's a feature.
Did you steal stuff
Proficiencies
for
in
fun?
languages.
Because that's probably why you'd be proficient.
I am not proficient with them.
Okay.
I got carpenter's tools.
This is neither wood nor, this is not
It's
gonna.
not wood.
There.
So the bird lands. Door's kind of sitting, like if you ever think about this a little bit, door's technically leaning. You'll realize that with all the inspecting you've been doing. And because the mountain road's kind of like this, it makes it look like it's straight, but in reality, it's leaning slightly backwards for those at home. And what this leaning is doing suggests that there's a top piece right above it. And part of that stonework, you can see the bird sitting at the top. And when you look at the face of it, from underneath, when you look up, you can see there's metal there. If you look at it standing out on the slope, you can't see it at all. And it's kind of like stomping with its foot a little bit.
Do you think they left a key under a doormat? I know I did that for the Coliseum once, and Nina nearly beat the shit out of me for it.
How big's the door?
I'd say it's probably about 7 feet tall by... Well, it's mostly square, so pretty close to the same.
So 7 feet tall, like reach up and grab on top of the door?
I could lift him.
Oh, no, that rim it's on is probably another 5 feet above.
I'm going to lift him.
That's easy enough.
Yeah.
You raise me.
Is there anything up there?
And based on his boost from earlier, you can get up there. The bar slightly swings out.
So get out then.
Okay, it looks like there's something there for an attachment, but there's nothing on it.
An attachment as in to weigh it down, or an attachment as in it goes in it?
It goes in it.
Fucker. How big's the hole?
Probably about the same size as something you put your hand around and hold it. There's a lot of things that fit in that category.
Llamel, you got a stick?
I've got an important stick. What did you have in mind?
Is it your trident?
Yeah. I can go grab a stick. We're in the fucking woods.
Where you're
Actually, you're in a mountain.
There's woods all over the place.
I need something to fit in this hole. Wait,
That's what she said.
hey, yo, where's that paper? Adrit, paper.
Paper.
Thank you. I'm gonna let it go back up for a second.
I just swings back into the stonework. It is at that point you do realize the slope in the building is completely against it, and gravity is pulling everything into it. Meaning you feel like you're on that slope, and the door did give the optical illusion of being lean, but it's like that impossible hill thing, where if you drive up the hill and you need to put your car in neutral and it slides backwards.
Mm-hmm.
This is doing the same thing. That bar's out, and then it just...
I'm gonna go look for a stick to wedge in the mechanism.
I'm gonna take the paper, try to wedge it.
Investigation, please. And the paper will go in the hole. It just kind of sits there.
Fuck, I was hoping it would be like a magical. You got the.
Was a good
14.
try, Richard.
You find the pulley tackle system that was tossed into the shrubbery.
Am I
Hey,
intelligent
look,
enough to know what the
attack.
fuck that does, though?
Yes, because you would have used them in the Coliseum to hold shit up.
I guess that's fair.
It's essentially a crane system.
I'm gonna begin just dragging it out. Guys, they did leave a key under the doormat.
How convenient. That does not look like a key.
The end of the pulley system looks like it would go into it.
Toss it up.
I should make you roll, but I don't want to. I don't want to do it.
You don't want me to just execute him right now?
I mean, look, if you guys want to make you roll, there's damage that's possible.
Nat 20.
Okay, so now you need to catch it with that with your athletics.
Nat 20 plus 5.
Oh shit, athletics?
All that said is it's your fault if you miss.
This is the perfect once-in-a-lifetime throw.
Natural 7.
I thought he was going to do a natural 22. I'd be like,
No,
all
I
right, best
looked at it.
cinematic ever. Go.
Fucking net.
So 7.
Whereas it's coming, he just gently changes its direction enough. It slides in for
Don't even have to touch it. Just
You can
looks
catch
at
it.
it.
Okay, cool.
Barely.
Yeah,
perfect throw.
awesome. I put it in.
Uh-huh. So when you slide the bar in, the rope system goes into the tube, and that sliding it in locks the rope in. The end of the tackle set where the pulley is actually at and the rest of the tackling is just kind of loose. On your end, there's not much to it except 2 large hooks. But instead of them being like meat hooks where they'd be kind of curled, they're more squared out and notched. I just realized I did that in the wrong direction for you to see what I was doing, but they're squared out and then notched.
I was like, interesting. That's real square.
Yeah. So, if you slid it under, it would probably go into the door.
Sounds convenient. I'm going to do that because I never would have figured that out.
That's fine. And you're already up there. You can just grab the rope and pull it down if you want, and then jump off after it.
Down we go.
All right. Athletics again.
Damn it. Oh, I already did green.
The bird trying to be cool.
6.
Swing. The door doesn't open. It catches. The pulley doesn't pull apart, nothing else, but the door is somehow still locked.
Richard, do you require assistance?
I'm hanging in the air. What do you think?
At your face level, no less. Because you were holding them up.
Whee! You have very nice toned legs.
Thank you. I walk a lot.
Just gonna grab him by the legs and pull.
Ouch. It's fine. You can pull him down.
Alright.
You guys have the rope in hand. You got enough slack. But the door is somehow still locked. This looks like it would help open it, but it's not a key.
I'm going to chew the... I'm just kidding.
Would I be able to finagle like a dagger in the lock to try and like pry the pieces open?
Give it a go.
Give it up.
have-
Shit.
Sleight
You
of
have
hand.
guidance.
Okay.
Sleight of hand.
That is a 26.
Shit.
Okay. So
I got a +7 to sleight of hand.
you do an amazing job of what would be picking the lock. What you actually end up discovering is there's a mirror behind there, not a mechanism with pins or anything like that. And you can figure out that it goes in, and the mirror kind of would hit, and your daggers, it's finding the places around it in the bottom hole. So you're coming through the bottom hole, and you're kind of like tapping.
And like I'm basically just hearing that it's a mirror at this
and you
point.
can tell 100% it's a mirror. There's no actual pins, there's no lock to that.
I'm by no means an expert, but there's a mirror inside this door.
Awesome. It's gonna be if they have no way to open that.
Does anybody have a way to produce any light or energy? Looking at the spellcaster address. Does he have guiding bolt?
Technically, but it would cost me a spell slot.
Well, is that or we sit outside? Metagame.
I'm stubborn, so I choose to sit. I was kidding. I got cast guiding bolt at first level.
So, strangely, you hear something bouncing around inside the door.
Kind of sounds like a fucking pinball machine.
Kinda, not as
Not as arcadey.
yeah, not as arcadey and not metallic, but the ringing is still there.
Kind of like a ringing with like a thick thudding sound.
Mm-hmm. And guiding bolt has never changed directions to have an effect. So this is going to be super weird for Adrit.
Just like, what?
What the fuck?
And then nearby the piece that has the key part and the hole, there's a glyph that appears and then melts away. And you hear the door do this.
Pull.
Pull.
You don't even really have to try that hard. But you still need to roll athletics.
Guidance.
Can I assist him?
Sure. Roll with advantage.
I am pulling you down.
It's perfect. So 11.
What is with your dice today? Okay, you get it open.
P4.
All right. As you-
What is in so much shit for this?
100%.
I wasn't gonna
She
fucking
locked
leave it open.
This
That'd be
is her. She
stupid.
locked the door on us. Straight to jail.
when you go to pull the door open, you hear this whir click and then this high tension release of metal as the door is opening. You feel like you got help. Once you get on, the door open enough and some sunlight gets in there, there's this box, and it looks like it's got a piston piece on it. Basically, it's simply a metal cylinder with a head on it.
Is it on my left or my right?
So if you're walking in the door, it's down in the lower left corner.
Okay. Do we want to be like Gwen and be a dick and
No.
lock the door on the next person?
Who else is coming up here?
the people who actually work here.
Who the fuck works here? We're on the side of a mountain.
The mountain people.
No, just to spite her, just because that was horrible.
That was bullshit.
100%. We're gonna leave it open. We're not gonna pay the AC bill either.
You know, you're right. It's not my place. It's not my car. I'm gonna drive it like I stole it.
So you're leaving the pulley system connected to it so the door stays open?
Yep.
I want to somehow rig the pulley system where it's like borderline impossible to fucking take out because of the tension on it.
And roll dexterity for me.
That's gonna bite us in the ass.
Oh, 100%.
That is a 19.
But Gwen already made us do
I know.
mental.
Yeah.
The bird is the entire time harassing the shit out of you,
Get the fuck out of here, bird.
but you still succeed.
All right.
Onward.
I have committed my act of vandalism for the day. I'm good.
The
Let's
bird, clearly in disgust, abandons you guys by flying in and just disappearing.
Goodbye, bird.
We didn't need it anyway. Shoot the bird next time we see it.
Wouldn't be the first time that bird's got shot.
No.
Poor birdie.
Be funnier if Llamel does it. That way it keeps being a gun that shoots the bird.
Who peed in the piece?
What?
I'm just reading your
ignore
dad's
this.
comments.
It's just ignore it. It's
What?
fine.
Okay. Anyway, as you guys go in here, it doesn't take that long for you to realize it's darker than shit. It smells like a mine with less of the working, but still the stonework, that dampness. It's like traversing the sewers. You've already done this before without the water and the nasty smell. But the smell of molded air and dampness and stone it can be a pleasant scent if you enjoy that. But if you don't, it smells like you opened a tomb.
No, I like the smell of lilac and gooseberries.
There you go. It's doing better than that lavender wash you did earlier. So yeah, darker and shit.
Looking at my inventory.
I don't think anyone works here.
I have a
So airing it out is
torch.
probably the best option.
You have a torch?
I'm gonna light a torch.
Okay. As you light the torch, lights up about, 20 feet out, thereabout?
I will
Pretty clearly.
look at it, yeah.
It should be 20 and then double in low light.
Yep, 20 bright and then 20 dim.
Yep, I figured. As you guys start walking through the place, this is a carved mine shaft that is old. Very old. Your first half hour through it, and you're probably being a little cautious and not like running through the place, but you're going through it. You would have just walked through this place, but the description still applies.
Yeah.
Is really uneventful to the point where it's boring. What kind of thoughts come to your mind as the place isn't even like airing? You're calculating in your head how big the mountain is. You feel like you're probably halfway through this damn thing.
Why would Adriana be in here?
That's my exact thought is like, this is stupid. They could have chosen a simple building.
Right?
Richard, do you know any songs to pass the time?
Matter of fact, I do.
Here goes the neat things again.
I have no words for this one.
Okay, it's just a beat.
It's just
a beat.
clapping the whole time.
No, actually, I have a drum.
Oh,
Yeah. So as you're going through the place, another half hour goes by, and at this point, the first carriage is probably gone.
Probably.
Yeah.
We will rock you.
do you know the thong song, Richard?
We're on We Will Rock You at the moment. I'll take requests at the end of this.
At this point, I
That
want
one's from
you all to
Shadow.
make a Constitution save for me, not you.
I wasn't going to.
Thank you. I was waiting for you to ask me, like, did I have to do that? I'm like,
No.
just assume.
Nah.
So
11.
So Zach's got a Josh roll.
You know who else has a Josh roll?
Oh, Josh and you.
We all fucking pass it.
8.
Oh my God.
I am MVP.
Nothing happens. Yay! That you're aware of.
Can't wait for the cancer to start.
You have black lung.
Your torch goes out.
Oh.
It's been getting dimmer for a little while.
I want to make some kind of like intelligence check to know if that's like just the torch running out, or if that's a signal of don't light another torch or you die.
Nature.
Okay.
I'd like to do a similar roll to determine if there's
Just
like
him?
accurate oxygen levels in the place.
Not
Your
sure.
nature
Just
or
him.
survival, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, nature. 25.
Okay. How was his advantage? How was his advantage?
Wasn't.
3 plus 1. for
Okay, so
nature.
you did take the better roll.
I got a 7 on my survival check.
Okay. You're not having problems breathing.
Okay, good.
The torch isn't out of fuel. It's not out of oxygen. Well, you wouldn't really consider it that way, I guess. It's not out of means to stay lit. It's something about where you're at that's just not letting it stay going.
So there's no point in lighting another. Got it.
And now you guys are stuck in darkness.
Don't you have dark vision? Awkward.
You would think that the goddess would have blessed me with something like that.
Alright. And it's pitch black dark?
It's probably worse than that, but yeah, dark.
Worse than
It's so dark that it's fucking like absolute zero.
Yeah, it's not new moon dark. It's now you're in claustrophobia levels of dark.
Fantastic. Let's see.
I remember
Apologize to anybody listening and or watching.
I went to a mine in North Carolina, or like a cave system in North Carolina, where they took us in like a half mile, then said, all right, I'm going to turn off the lights.
So you know what I'm talking about because I've done it too. That's dark, right?
They're like, yeah, if we turn this light on after 30 minutes, half of you would probably go blind. And I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah, going into mines and it goes dark is like going into a soundproof room and then walking back out in a regular. Like, we've obviously soundproofed the studio. It's nothing compared to going into like true sound deprivation. It's the same concept of what it does to your eyes. It's so bad.
I have no light spell.
Even walking back out in the sunlight, it bothered you, right?
I would like
went to
to
a
vicious
sound room
mockery of the
NASA
darkness.
Yeah, the sound rooms out at
Force it
NASA,
into light.
those are awesome.
I hated it.
All right. So fun fact: I'm
Get it
going to
ringing.
cast aid on all of us so that we don't die in the likely
Do none
event
of
that
us
we get attacked in the
technically have
dark.
dark vision?
Nobody has it.
Well, that sucks. I do. I sort of don't.
Okay.
I think
buddy.
Dominus.
No, I
Yeah.
don't is the problem, but I do.
We're all fucking human except for this bitch
I'm-
and the lizard guy.
Basically is
human.
With an
Yes,
exception,
Alright,
but still basically
so
human.
you have 5 more max
Currently?
HP. You have 5 more max HP.
Well, mechanically,
You
you're
have
extra.
5 more max HP.
This is Adric going, just in case, just in case, just in case.
Is what I consider that temp HP?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so it's just a modifier to my max HP.
Mhm. It's as if your constitution went up, but
Override
not really.
HP max on the right.
Or this one that says max HP modifier.
Oh. Okay.
Don't tell them that, Jason.
What he said. I need to know.
You can cut that out of the stream
Dominus.
later when you do the post.
Dominus be a bitch. That's what I just saw.
I guess you can't ever cut it out of the chat, can you?
Well, the chat doesn't show up on the YouTube video, so it doesn't really matter. It's if I say it out loud, which I could, and just bully.
Please don't. I might just naturally turn a die to a 20 against you one day and not say a word why. We'll just have a look and you'll understand.
Your secret is safe with me,
Alright,
Dominus.
so we wall and go.
Okay. As you start going, maybe 5 minutes goes by. Cave paintings start lighting up all through the place. Just enough to be like bioluminescent moss. It's enough to give you some light to travel by. You can at least see the floor, which helps.
Yeah.
You can't see the ceiling, but you can see the floor. And you can see the walls because it's pretty obvious. And at no time has this place gotten much wider. You could feasibly run a carriage through here, but again, the horse would never fit because it's too tall. Otherwise, you're good.
Fucking hate
Is
this.
at that point, lots of things are going to change. Come on. I have to change over the scene. All right. Let's see if I got this. There's that. Click on this boy. And you approach a proper construction. Reminds you a lot more of the sewers this time. This proper construction is clearly brick laid, but it's in still cut stones, but it is mortared. The architecture kind of bothers you at first because you go from what is essentially a mine shaft that had zero purpose to however big the building was on the outside to a structure that reminds you of when you come out of the sewers.
I'm definitely going to talk shit about whoever designed this. Alright.
Yeah, this place has no feng shui.
Also start feeling a night breeze.
A light breeze.
A night breeze.
It's a dark breeze.
It's like at night it kind of cools down a little. Up in the mountains it gets cold, but it's not cold enough down here to like be freezing. But you left in the daytime and you feel like it's at nighttime.
Fantastic. What does your watch say?
My watch says there's no sunlight. I can't tell.
He's not super well.
Well, good thing I have a moon dial.
With no moon to get navigate. Nice.
Wait a minute.
Andrew sits over here, just calls light just to screw with you guys. Just moves it back and forth. Which one is it?
I wish I had some kind of light cantrip. I don't.
It's fine.
So sad.
Through the door, then.
You go through the door?
Just spam cast guiding bolt down the hall.
Light.
Honestly, if you could, I'll give you some of my spell slots.
I don't think that's how
As
that
you go through the
works.
door, it's a set of stairs.
I wish it was.
Stairs? And this light?
He's like, nah, I'm done. Turn
In
around.
this economy? Oh, okay.
That's must have break
They don't even have
ankle.
LEDs built into the fucking steps.
I bet they don't even have dental. God.
I tell you now, you fall on these stairs, you'll have some dental.
Some dental work.
Someone's already got them to work.
I got shot in the face. Yay!
Up we
Go,
go.
Max. Up you go.
Up we go.
Hey, did you know your map's upside down?
Hey, did you know that's just your perspective?
No.
Hey, did you know that's a running joke?
We can see outside.
Yeah. There's no roof on the building.
What the fuck? I could have just gone up the mountain more? Why the fuck did I go through this?
Dude, it was 12 p.m. when we got here. Or noonish.
On the dot, I looked.
We weren't in there
Hold on
that
a
long,
sec.
were we?
Hold on a sec. I want to roll...
Is this an actual reflection of the time of day?
You feel like you're looking at the sky.
I want to roll an Arcana check to see if perhaps there's some sort of time distortion.
Sure.
Should have paid him more.
15.
He's definitely not there anymore.
No, okay.
Yeah, no, he's not.
You just took that long.
No. It's only
Okay.
been about an hour and a half.
Did we end up somewhere else?
You guys feel like you walked at a normal walking pace, so let's say 2 to 3 miles an hour. You've traveled for an hour and a half. The mountain itself's 10 miles wide, give or take.
Weird, but
And at no point do you feel like you ascended or descended.
Except when you climbed the stairs a minute ago.
Well, yeah, that.
All right, you know what?
off we go.
I'm not being paid for this. I'm not going to question it. Let's just fucking get this over with.
Did you go further up?
Yeah.
As you come around,
This reminds me of, like, Fable.
I mean, I didn't build the mechanics into the software. I think it's a pretty cool feature, but nonetheless, there's a bridge.
Perception check. Is there a troll under there?
I was about to say
Go
that. Where's the troll toll?
You have guidance.
Like, I don't want guidance.
Is it Maggie or the fucking one divinity?
Who?
The two trolls.
That
in the
is
bridge.
a 13.
Maggie.
To 13?
I don't
Okay.
feel like I-
You do not see a troll in and around the bridge, but there is perhaps a toll, though I can't show it on the screen because the software is limited. The bridge itself has runes all down the centerpiece of it, and you're not sure of the language.
Okay. Is the language perhaps...
Let's not go down a list. Let me just figure out what y'all have and go
Okay.
from there.
None of you can read this shit.
Actually, we probably should. What do you guys got? Does anybody have... Let's see.
Shit.
We'll start with Draconic or Deep Speech.
Draconic, yep.
You should have both.
I don't have deep speech now.
No.
Oh, him.
I've got
Or
common and
Gwen?
dwarvish.
Yeah, go ahead.
Comprehend languages.
Does it work on reading or only speech? I thought it works on speech.
You understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. I can touch it, right?
He's got to be able to
Braille.
touch the
Fuck.
fucking glyph. You got to pay the toll, Josh.
So fucking
Constitution save, buddy.
Oh.
good boy. 20.
Oh, hey, the dice do matter when they matter. Okay.
He switched them out. The other ones are over here in the trash.
I got put in jail.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. All right, so with the 20, you start to read the glyphs, and the glyphs kind of read. You're kind of. I don't want to call it bad.
Doesn't decode secret message in a text or a glyph.
It'll still work because it's an actual language.
Perfect.
The glyphs themselves are a magical written language, but they're not a code, which is what that's referencing. So in reality, this is what we're using for deep speech. Deep speech is an ancient language used usually in like cuneiform would look like. Lizard people would recognize it like claw speak, which is an ancient language for them.
Okay.
If you end up taking deep speech, it's going to be that form, but it won't make much of a difference.
Gotcha.
It essentially is kind of gibberish if you're trying to work it through in modern terms,
Yep, Gwen was here.
but it says something about thrice paid, once bled. That's it.
Thrice paid, once bled.
Uh-huh.
You did say there was. You mentioned something about
So-
Draconic, right?
Thrice paid.
Draconic would be able
once
to
bled.
kind of figure
Does that
out
make any sense to
the magical nature of it.
Do I have to cut myself and just bleed all over the fucking bridge?
Draconic would read slightly different. It would be thrice laid, once weaned. Neither are proper translations, they're just interpretations.
So what I can see on here is what like my character sees, right?
Mm-hmm. With the exception of the glyphs.
Yeah. I see this smoke bellowing in the background,
Okay.
and I'm gonna bring that up to the rest of the party because I'm not sure if they
I
can see
barely
this.
saw that. All right.
I don't think we're alone here. There's smoke bellowing up in the distance.
Like it's incredibly small. I'm surprised you saw that, but it's awesome you did.
I didn't see that.
Oh,
High
shit, yeah.
perceptions.
I was
Didn't
just,
need that roll.
No.
Just looked around.
Can you communicate what you read?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thrice paid, once bled. Thrice given, one taken. 3 gives and a take. Or something like that.
Does it look like I could manage to, if I made a running start, like run up the stairs, leap off of the side here, and make it do a hang on the wall to avoid this toll entirely?
How tall is the wall, actually?
The wall is probably only about 7-8 feet,
Okay, so I could just lift you to look over the wall.
and the gap is probably no more than 10 or 12.
I could easily jump it then.
Okay.
Fucking monks.
I mean, you'll have to jump up at the same time, but yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm a fucking monk. I have step of the
A
wall.
fucking monk.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Yeah, we already decoded that one.
Thank you, Josh.
Thrice. Bagud, once wagud.
Yeah, I'll do Step of the Wind to double my jump distance this turn, and I'm just going to, with a running start, just fucking leap.
Okay. Go ahead and make the roll.
Alright, would you say it's acrobatics with advantage?
I would say that's acrobatics. Yeah, that works. You can use athletics either one.
Definitely acrobatics.
I'm letting you choose. It's dex or strength, your choice.
Natural 20 for a 27, unless you're guiding me still.
I mean, he was helping throw you practically, so.
Can I get a 30 for the first time ever?
Survey says
31!
So you, like, make it by miles.
I fly over the wall.
Yeah, you didn't
You
have
are
to hang
gone
on the wall.
now.
You made it.
As soon as you hit the
Phone
wall, you
home.
plant your fingers in your palm enough to push up and stand on top of the wall.
Probably do a fucking muscle up onto the wall. That's
Right,
cool
just
as
right
shit.
there. And you see an old ruin, what looks like a village of sorts. There's only a couple of structures still left.
It looks like, though, that people are inhabiting it, or no?
One of them looks inhabited, but not actively. Like maybe they left the stove on or a fireplace.
Not all of us can do that, Llamel.
And that's when the magic grabs you, so I need you to make a wisdom save.
Fucking yeets my ass back. Wisdom save. That is a 16.
Okay. I need you to cut your HP in half.
Holy shit.
Sorry.
Alright. Max HP modifier.
It's a good
The
thing I gave you
max or
that
the
5
current?
extra HP.
Current. Sorry, not max, current.
Okay. Current HP in half. Let's see, that's...
Looking at the
You round up or down.
Round up to advantage of the players, you cannot recover above this mark.
So you lose 19.
At least until you've had a long rest.
looking at the bridge, is there anything of noteworthy besides the glyphs?
There's a very deep pit.
Jump in the pit.
It's flat on the bottom.
Perfect.
It's probably about 30 feet down.
Thrice paid, once bled.
I would, audibly, like, grunt in pain from taking that much damage, though.
You have key, don't you?
Yeah.
Would you like to spend a key point not to take the damage? I just realized you have key.
Sure would.
Spend a key point and not
Sounds
take it.
nice.
Cool.
What you guys see is a phantom image of Llamel. However he wants to describe it, get ripped out of his body.
Oh, so like the Doctor Strange thing, like
It's up to Zach how he wants that to look, but that's what's going to happen instead.
It's just like my avatar, or like part of my soul being ripped out.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the key would be.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be like
So I'm good right here.
just be like a blue ethereal silhouette of me, like nothing detailed or anything. Just
Okay.
almost looks like wisps.
And just dissipates when it gets pulled out.
So is he still up on the wall?
It would happen as he's crossing.
So he's still on the wall. Okay.
I was going to describe it slightly different. I'm like, wait, Monk has key. My bad. I apologize to everybody, including you.
am I able to roll an investigation check to try and gain a little bit more insight on the riddle thing?
You could.
Okay. That is what I shall do.
It's the first time key's ever been useful outside combat. That's interesting.
Alright, that's a 14.
Based on your observation of what just happened to Llamel and your general understanding of the spirits, it's not a physical form paying for it.
Okay. In that case, Adrit.
Oh, sorry, my bad. And blood would be spiritual in the form of sacrifice to a lot of religious ideas.
Thrice paid, once bled. And spiritual is like, are we supposed to take that campaign? It's my best guess.
I don't know. My interpretation is you guys bleed on the stone and you'll be fine. Regardless, we may have company up ahead, so I'd prefer you guys hurry up with your decision.
Well, I will try that first then. And I cut my hand and put it against the glyph.
Okay. Do you see spiritually a connection between you and it in the form of blood spirits that bubble up off of the stonework? And they kind of manifest into these like nondescript, slightly amorphous things as they bubble up and then pop like they were boiling. Happens a couple times in sequence, and then the blood just absorbs in the stone and disappears completely.
Alright.
You do not see the glyphs after that happens.
Sounds like it worked. Richard.
Please take at least 1 point of damage for cutting yourself.
Oh no.
Do I still see the glyphs or no?
I hand him the knife.
Dude, that's how you get HIV.
I do not care.
I do not care. I cut myself. I do what he says.
There we go.
There it is.
What?
Like clockwork.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
The
Chat moderation time.
good old
The bots?
horn bots,
Yeah.
yeah.
Woo! Hi, do you want to see my boobies? No, bitch, I'm rolling dice!
I don't wish to be horny.
I only wish to be happy. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, God. 69
Thank you for the moderation.
Fucking ridiculous.
Mm.
YouTube, fix your fucking algorithm. Don't let bots in.
To fix your site. Alright, you do the same?
I did the same.
Okay,
He
good.
says something happened. I took a point of damage.
So, this is such a pain in the butt to move this across, but
Whee!
taking a look around. Forest all in the area. Down the wall, you can see out. Up in the sky is still a sky. There's a house nearby. And what looks to be just more woods
Off to the house.
and some paths.
Yeah, I'm gonna move towards the house, but I'm going to stealth it.
I feel ya.
With my superior vantage point, I've already relayed the information to them. Is there any other information that I can acquire about the place? Or anything else I can see in greater detail if I roll for perception on it?
Roll for perception, and I'll tell you greater detail.
Ooh.
I don't know why I did that twice, but I will.
That is a 19.
Okay. The house nearest to you is only recently been occupied. It was probably abandoned for quite a long time. You can see various signs of rot, age, and time that would be extracted on especially a wood structure. Past that, there's no animals that you can see. You start to realize you don't hear any birds or insects, which makes this a very quiet night. And as you can tell, the stars are far brighter than they normally are, and there is more than one planet in the sky.
This place seems rather artificial.
Perhaps.
Let's proceed with caution. I would like to also roll for stealth.
Okay.
17.
22.
Please roll perception.
19.
Please roll bad.
Probably.
Zach is finally going to sneak up on her.
Yeah. What was the highest? Or
22.
lowest?
Oh, lowest.
17.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So as you guys shuffle across, we can see the smoke coming from inside. I can't put roofs on these, so deal. And what looks to be some pathways that go that way, but they don't look cleared. Like they're old. To the house still?
To the house.
To the house.
As you approach the house, open the door, and I am going to exit this. And we're going to change this. here.
fucking steins
There's
of beer.
3 of you. You
Yeah, I was
each
gonna say,
need
there's-
one.
So as you look into the... Oh, I forgot about the intro video. Haha. Hi, brain. Off you go. Sorry about that. Thought I turned it off. I
I'm
didn't.
not sorry.
Sorry, Jason. Anyway, as you open the door, you clearly see some mugs that are sitting there. You can hear very little going on besides the stove seems to be active. And there's only some candlelit in a back room. The fore room has a couple of bookshelves and a lot of firewood. Fireplace is probably non-functional. It looks too aged. Parts of it have collapsed. Off the other side is another door that would go maybe to another room. Probably a bedroom of sorts. The place has only got 3 chambers essentially to its entire structure. Any commotion or otherwise you can hear inside is occurring in that kitchen space.
I'm gonna pull out my gun and be ready to shoot if need be.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull up my hand and be ready to hand if need be.
Mouth is prepped.
It's like, jaw exercises. Let's sing it out. Shout it out. What are you doing in the kitchen?
Well, it depends. Am I by myself or do I have my buddy?
You're familiar?
Well, that's not the buddy I was referring to, but sure.
Not here yet. That you can tell.
Dinner sounds great, or I guess lunch.
Yeah, time hasn't really changed.
Lunch sounds great.
Okay. So she's in there cooking. You guys sneak up very well on Gwen.
Oh, this is Gwen. Like it's visibly Gwen. She's
Yeah,
had
no,
her other
it's
forms.
Gwen. It's Gwen.
Okie dokie. Greetings, Professor.
Took you guys long enough.
No, it did not.
Okay, so first and foremost, your note was shit.
My note told you where to go, did it not?
We followed the bird.
It did not. No.
It did.
Might need help. Adriana's in trouble. Come quickly. Insert address here.
Yeah, the insert address here was an address.
It just is drawing of a mountain.
Yeah, the bird. Do you not pay attention?
The bird left us.
That was probably your own fault.
No.
I touched my bird for a moment. Yeah, he said it was your fault.
No.
I do not trust that thing.
Can you shoot the bird?
I could shoot the bird.
Do not shoot the bird.
I'm not trusting you with firearms. Look what happened last time.
I shot the bird.
I shot the bird.
It was bound to happen. I was waiting for Josh to do it, but he gave you the second option. It was going to happen again.
Yeah, I was like, guys, it hasn't been done yet. Fuck.
Make it a goal to shoot the bird every session.
Why did you lock the door?
Did you guys leave it open?
Yes.
No.
Can I inside check this lying sack of shit?
I don't think you
I think
need
they
to.
both should roll deception at this point just to see which one actually is.
One of us tells the truth. The other tells only lies.
Go ahead, both you roll deception.
Okay.
Against her insight is going to be hilarious.
Lying sack of shit.
Because one said yes with like a sarcasm, the other said no. with sarcasm.
I see through both of them with my fucking 17.
I'm not even attempting. I'm just not mentioning a word because I'm the one who fucking propped the door open.
I mean, she would have saw that with the bird, too.
Yeah.
Don't let you ask.
I'm not guilty until she charges me.
That's fair.
That's all crimes.
Supposed to keep doors closed and locked.
What, are we expecting someone else? I didn't want to take...
You never know.
I didn't want it to be a pain leaving like it was.
It's not.
Why does this place suck so much?
Did you guys light a torch when you came in?
Yeah.
That was the problem.
So I'm just supposed to wander blindly in the dark? It's fucking stupid.
When did you start making progress?
In the dark.
After
How does that make
walking for
sense?
so long.
Your magic is foul.
That's not the only thing foul about it. Get it? Because she has birds?
How could you see
It's
in
a
the dark?
3-layer joke.
Can go more.
Anyway, you're here now. You guys hungry?
Yes.
Always.
I already prepared making for more because I was expecting visitors.
Yeah, that's fine. So,
Grilled cheese and tomato soup, boys.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Cuts cut off and everything.
When how many fucking houses
You cut
do
in
you
a
have?
triangle? It tastes better that way.
It is, of course.
I can't explain the science behind it.
Zach roll percentile says Jason. Oh.
that's concerning.
No, I think that's for the
Puns. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, Jason, it's a 23.
It's 3 away.
does that do something?
No.
Only
Did I
if
miss
it's-
something?
I have to get a 69 or something bad
I
happens.
just want to see what I might get, just for the hell of it. No, it's only 3 away.
It's literally never happened. Don't.
And it never will!
Nice.
There's like a 1. It's like a 1 in
What'd you get?
100 chance of it happening.
Yeah.
Probably way
yeah,
more
yeah,
though.
that's, no, it's.
Yeah, because there's 2 dice involved.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Damn probability. They each have a 1 in.
So it's like 1 in 10,000.
Something like that.
Well, both
no,
1
it's
in
only 10 on a die. It'd be,
Or 10.
it's-
Sorry, I was going 100 to
It'd
100.
still be in 100.
So
I don't want
anyway,
to weird. Ignore me. I'm usually better at math. No,
So,
I'm not
where's
better.
Adriana?
not here yet.
Is she supposed to be?
She's just gonna walk in?
Yeah.
So,
Looks
hold
back
on.
at the note.
Gwen, this whole fucking time she could have just come to us instead of us fucking holding hands and fucking around with strangers this whole time?
It's complicated, and you guys have been strangers the whole time, but all right.
We've been friends for the past 3 days. What are you talking about?
So accurate.
You could have at least gotten your fucking shit done, though.
What do you think I'm doing?
After so long.
She has been kind enough to make food for us.
That is true. However, she did not let us know that she knew where Adriana was.
Also,
No
I
one
haven't
ever
tasted the
asked.
food yet.
I think we asked quite a bit.
No
You
one
raise a
said,
good point,
Do you know
Llamel.
where Adriana is? Also, I did give you the smallest sandwich.
Man, I really hate this bitch.
Don't fucking break my door.
I didn't break your door.
You just improved it.
Yeah, I made it into a window. It's renovation.
I'm pretty sure it can be. Well, fixture the pie was broken. It can be improved.
All you gotta do is cut the fucking
It was perfectly improved to begin with.
Okay. So, you guys bicker, you complain.
Yeah,
Eventually, do you eat the sandwiches?
No.
Drink the soup?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait.
You're not gonna eat your sandwich?
I gave
Richard?
him the biggest
all yours.
sandwich.
Oh,
Okay. So that means
I
Llamel
split
gets
it in half, and I give you half of the sandwich.
Thank you,
Meaning
Llamel.
you both still have 1.5 sandwiches. Okay.
I eat all of it.
The chat's amazing right now.
I also
I don't know.
I also eat my 1.5 sandwich.
So, half hour goes by. You enjoy decently made toasted bread and cheese, freshly crushed tomatoes in a liquid form, with a decent balance, not like a chef's balance, but a competent cook's balance. It feels homey, very old-time tradition. Everybody gain 5 temp HP.
I have so much fucking milk.
It would have been really bad if you lost that half, right?
I'm at like 44 health right now as a level 4 character.
Well, temp HP doesn't stack. You take the greater of them, but his one spell would stack because it's not temp.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
All that matters. I'm just making sure that that's out there.
yeah, I've got like 10 extra health effectively right
Oh, we're
now.
back to this again. That's not the first time you've had that much either.
Oh yeah. I should be blessed by Sanitas again, throw salt over. So.
I think you already have been.
Yes, I did actually. I had no salt left.
Mm,
I don't carry around table salt on me.
That is so sad.
a light on the door. Woman in blue-ish constellation-styled robes. It's very ornate. Heavy-looking robes. Hood's not pulled up. If you look close enough, it's inlaid with very fine amounts of silver all through it. On her back is a complicated-looking backpack. It doesn't look like a standard traveler's one. It looks like some sort of hodgepodge that's been put together. Woman's face is very soft-looking, younger than you would have expected, in pretty much all cases except. What little bit you can see of her hair is relatively thick and dark black. Like Jet doesn't describe it properly.
Is this Adriana? I've never seen her.
Neither have I.
Yes.
We are
Her-
whispering so the stream cannot hear us.
Her face has definitely been done up with some form of makeup that's been stressed by just, it's been on her face too long. Should have been probably taken off a couple of days ago. And her pores are going to suffer.
So sad.
Past that, she slings off the bag and sets it next to the door with an audible harumph of whatever it was. You hear a light thudding to the ground that is probably very heavy. The woman does not appear strong. The bag probably was pushing her limits for even a short distance. So for a long distance, you got to imagine she stopped a lot. Unless she's got some really good cross-country stamina. But otherwise, am I interrupting?
Adriana, I presume?
I don't know who you are. Gwen, what's going
They're
on?
with me. Just sit down.
Do you always take orders from her? She's kind of bossy.
I prefer to call her a bitch, but
Did they close the door?
Again with the door.
No, they didn't.
Her face drops. Her eyes immediately get this wide look of like horror happening,
Mm-hmm.
and she bolts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can close the door.
Would be preferred.
How do I come back? I'll
bolts
close
to the
fucking
door.
She runs back out the door. You don't see where she went. She just goes out the door. And she's running for her life kind of response.
What the fuck is that about?
You didn't close the fucking door.
You could have told us that being.
Where was the
door
sign?
closed
Close the
is more
door when you
important.
enter.
I point to the bird.
He was just pecking at me. He was
didn't-
annoying. I'm gonna go back to close the door.
You start running down that, back the way you came and everything all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
You get down the stairs and everything, and you can hear her traveling shoes clicking as they go all the way down. It echoes pretty well in here. You have no torch. You didn't think about it. You get pretty far in, and these purple flames have been lighting up in sequence with her every single time. Turn on, turn off. When they're off, this bioluminescent painting is all the way down, just like you saw at the end. It's actually down the entire thing. The flames, though, stick with her, so you can see exactly where she's at. It's almost like a pulsing that goes down. She's probably only 30, 40 feet ahead of you. You catch her within a minute.
Yeah, I imagine I'm way faster than she is.
You are. And she's panicked, and she's doing a sprint, like
Hey, where you going?
nightmare sprint, that she can't keep.
On your left.
When you finally catch up to her, she screams immediately and wildly swings. Does an 18 hit you?
That's just my armor class.
Okay. She does 2 points of bludgeoning in the form of a nice, solid slap. And then she tries to struggle and stumble away, thinking somebody's going to grab her.
I will say I sent Birdie after them too.
So what's up with the door?
You really need to close doors behind you. I don't know why that's so hard to grasp.
I don't understand
I'm
why
just gonna
you can't
pass
just
her and tell her,
explain what's
"Stay
wrong
there."
with the door.
There's
And I
nothing
just
wrong
keep going
with the door,
down to handle
except
the
that
door.
it's open.
Okay.
The purple flames stay where she's at.
Or are you
But you can see
expecting
the
more guests?
I
Okay.
know
When you get to
when
the
the door is closed.
and you're running full clip, because before you were walking,
When the door is
It
open,
takes you
we
almost a
invite
half
them
hour.
in.
which is great timing.
Who did we
Third
invite
time
in?
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The door's closed.
Bad guys.
Bad guys.
The metal clips that were in the door, they're bent up against the door frame. The door did close with the pulley system still attached.
Told you it was closed.
I closed the door? When did I do that?
So for the rest of you, while he's pondering how the door, well, he's getting to the door and then pondering how the door is closed. What do you sent Bird after?
Yeah.
You'll see the exchange between them while you guys are doing whatever conversation you just had. Which
Yeah.
is
So
whatever it was.
I'm aware the door has been closed now.
It would take you a little bit longer. The bird doesn't, unless the bird keeps going.
The bird has delay.
Okay. Then let me know when I'm aware that the door was
It would be 30
Sure.
minutes into the thing, so it's up to you guys what you guys do. Because you see the altercation, then how do you guys respond?
I mean, I keep pressuring about like why
These,
does it matter
these
when the
two are
door's open or
bickering. I'm
not?
just taking out my book.
Oh, okay. Feel free to bicker then.
We have been.
Yeah, 100%.
This passage is
Well,
most
then
interesting.
roleplay. Do the
Go
we
for
did.
Professor,
Did
did you know that spirits do not have digestive systems?
What? What do you want about?
Enough reading.
So if you go into your house, right? Do you leave the door wide open when you go to sleep, or do you just?
I close it.
Okay, see, so you get the point.
Mm-hmm. Didn't realize this was your house.
Is this not a home we're in?
It is
Door is
not a very
closed.
good home.
The door to this house is closed.
Did I miss something? Did one of you get up and close it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying, because I know Llamel and Adriana just like, out. There was no closing of doors. They both ran.
I imagine she would have tried to like slam the door in my face or something. Or
No,
she
she
just-
No,
was
she
running.
didn't care.
She's
Ran.
not concerned of you.
Nope.
You are not her concern at the moment.
So what's really going on?
We came here to talk and possibly save her life. Hard to do when we invite the uninvited in.
I will be
We
honest,
can
Professor.
leave.
I agree
I
with
invited you guys.
I agree with you wanting the door closed, but you did not seem that disturbed by it until now. If it were that big an issue, that should have been an immediate go and close the door as soon as we got here, and not, oh no, you didn't close the
Well,
door.
one of you told me we closed the door.
I did not.
You sounded concerned.
Yeah, I am.
You still won't tell me why you're concerned.
I just told you to save my life.
Oh
For
God.
what? You can keep being vague, but it doesn't help you. Or it doesn't help us help you.
Not 20, bitch.
When you leave the door open,
Oh, good God, no. Perception.
people who are after you tend to follow,
That
and you
one,
make it
30.
much easier for them to do so.
Don't
Who was
roll,
after you?
don't roll
No
initiative.
one's after me. Adriana. Hence why
Never
she
mind,
ran
take
and
back
I did not.
No,
You
that's
didn't see
20
shit.
for you.
Why would you run towards the door?
No,
That
you
wouldn't
hear
be
the
safer
sounds
out
of
back
shoes.
out here.
I
Coming
didn't
towards me?
say she was very smart.
Going away. Back down the way you came from.
The fuck?
Remember, the place is just wide enough you could stand side by side.
So
You
I just,
wouldn't even touch each other.
oh, I guess it's pitch fucking black, yeah. And she's lit up like a fucking birthday cake.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
Llamel seems to be having fun.
I'm gonna run after.
You guys can keep your thing.
I'm gonna go run after a bitch.
You're gonna go?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So your first action is full clip? Okay.
I want to catch up to the guy. Yeah.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check for me.
That is a 16.
You instinctively, when you go to make contact with something, you don't know exactly what it is, you know it's not the wall. You move around it. You could choose to stop and interact, or you can choose to just say fuck it and keep going.
I haven't engaged in combat with the folk yet, so I'm just gonna keep going and focus on getting her to safety rather than trying to fight some guy in the dark who I have no idea who it is.
That's fine. Alright, so you take off. As you're running, please make a constitution to maintain it, because now you've been running for an hour.
Oh, he's been
Ooh.
running for an hour.
Half hour one way and half
Well,
hour
no.
back.
Does the bird now let me know the door has been closed?
If the bird kept going, it'll let you know the door is closed
Okay. That's when I
when
leave.
it comes back.
When I am
'Cause you can only
aware
communicate with
is
it with
when I
100.
leave.
Yeah, because you can only communicate at maximum 200 foot. Normally it's 100, but
100.
everything's
Yeah.
next.
17 for the con save.
Okay, you can keep going. That's fine.
Yeah,
This is going to be exhausting, so at the end of the day, you're taking exhaustion,
that's fine.
but you can handle it for now. Just a lot of distance running.
I'm good at that though.
Seems so.
The dice say so.
Yes.
He's been gone almost an hour at this point. What do the three of you do?
Leaving.
Wait, where are we going now?
They've been gone for a while. We should go make sure they're not dead.
How long did it take to get here?
10 minutes.
Bullshit. It took like an hour and a half to get here.
You guys lit a torch.
Okay, so like instructions could have been clearer.
There could have been instructions.
I provided a guide.
You provided a location, not what we were meant to do
I
on that, so
provided
you have no contract to be mad at us for
guide.
anything.
I do not want to hear you anymore. Richard,
What's up?
let's go back up our friend.
10-4, let's go.
I assume we were having this conversation as we were walking
Yeah.
down anyway.
I have a question. When you cross the bridge, you have two options. You can walk like a peasant, or you can travel like a god.
Yeah, why would I walk?
That's what I
That
thought.
sounds like poor decision making.
As she crosses the bridge, gone. You're standing at the door. It's just a weird mix of smoke and just weird energy that's given off.
So, like, she's gone?
And you
or-
see a constellation just swirl itself together, make a mark,
Arcana?
and rip apart.
Arcana?
Mhm.
Are you guys coming?
They won't even hear it.
No, I know.
Hold up. Time out. Pause. We're gonna talk about that. You could have got there in 3 seconds.
I did.
This fucking... Natural 1.
Second at one of the sessions.
Yeah.
Apparently, Gwen knows how to do teleportation.
Says it for me though.
I'm just gonna walk through the thing.
Okay.
Same. Us meager peasants.
Yeah.
You go down the stairs.
Yeah.
You go out where the things are.
Yeah, walking.
You get up to Adriana, who is got this purple flames up in the top of the structure
You're fucking shitting me.
that are on the walls. The paintings are there going up to it, but when it gets within the sphere that's 10 foot around the flames, it illuminates her just fine. And you guys can see through in low light the whole way.
Okay.
Takes you a little bit to get there, but not by a lot. She's head in hands, completely too dry from crying at this point, shaking and incoherent. I would show it, but I would have to go pretty far. That's further than
I
that.
put a hand on her shoulder. Adriana, are you okay? Fucking hit me with it. Adriana, you okay?
No.
So, we're at C. What is your AC?
Probably you hit me. It's 13.
She gets up, gets around you, and starts running back the way you guys came. She
Adriana, you can
kind of moves enough through you and like almost shoves you, but there's nothing to it. And you realize how frail she really is right now.
And
Kids can
back
push
we
harder.
go.
Where?
And her running isn't running. It's a bad jog from an exhausted
Can I
person.
grab her?
Sure.
Can I grab her?
Roll unarmed.
Unarmed strike or?
Well, you're grabbing, so.
like a grapple kind of situation.
Oh, that's only +1.
So did I go past her?
You teleported to the door.
I would like to make my way to where it sounded like they would have gone based on.
I mean, you can just go back, teleport
That's
back
what
to the
it's
bridge and
like.
walk. You don't know where she's at in the
Okay, well,
tunnel,
Birdie at some point will meet up with me and he'll have eyes on
Okay.
something.
which is why if you teleport to the door, you have Bird.
Okay.
And you can take the bird with you. A 3?
Yep.
She
Lightly
sweated enough that it was...
curves her
Yeah.
elbow.
Disgusting. Alright, Adric.
Oh, she's wearing robes. it
Her,
just slips down.
Lamel.
You guys don't see me yet, I don't assume.
Mm-mm.
Her.
Her.
Yes.
Fuck. Alright.
Now to walk back.
Yes.
Give me an option.
It's not that far.
I know.
As you come up the stairs, the glyphs are on the bridge. She runs across the bridge. It would have coagulated by now. She's like, no. You go ahead and take your 1 point of damage that you do for cutting yourselves.
Fuck this place.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine.
Across the bridge, she runs into the woods. At this point, Llamel catches up. He sees the glyphs on the bridge.
So what if I imagine one of them was like running toward the door to help me? Would I have seen them along the way?
Yeah,
Or what were
you're
you
not
guys
that far
doing?
behind them.
Like, were you running towards Adriana and he was running to me, or what was happening?
We're both running to Adriana.
Okay,
Okay, so I'm
I'm gonna pass you on your left.
I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy 3 times, since you can have up to 3 of its 1 minute effects active at a time. And those effects are, I'm going to activate your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute. You cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute. And you alter the appearance of your eyes for 1 minute. So my eyes are like glowing bright fucking red. Stomping tremors and Adriana! Stop running!
You're rolling intimidation for me? Damn.
I mean, She's not wrong.
All right.
You're not the one to make the call, but
No,
yeah.
but like.
She's not wrong.
I got like advantage on that or something, cause
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you do.
Works for me.
She's already in frightened. It's not a hard roll.
I'll be your
Oh,
10.
Okay.
10.
She stops running. Right at
Fucking
the
pisses herself.
rushes of stuff. And is at that point, we're going to take a break.
Okie dokie.
Perfect. Sounds great.
Take a
All
break.
right, so we're going to be back
Really?
in just a moment. About 10 minutes or so while Zach calms down. Because I didn't think to tell him. All right, so yeah, we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
See ya.
Be right back.
Jesus.
All right,
Lord.
and we are back. So,
Hello.
Oh, egads, it's the woods.
My roast is ruined.
it's the woods. So, essentially, as you catch up to Adriana, from the stomping, screaming shout of an adrit gone furious, I imagine this is when you actually make him angry.
For once, yes.
She curls up, puts her back against a tree, starts cowering, hugging her knees, and muttering something in a very odd language.
Can I perception that?
You see it happening.
So, from the time
Nat 20 for a 27.
it took from the first bloodletting
Mm-hmm.
to the time it took from the first bloodletting to now has it been more than an hour? You said it was more than an hour, right?
About an hour. Yeah.
Okay, that matters. My comprehend goes away.
Oh.
The what does?
The comprehend languages only lasts an hour.
So, I'm double checking and making sure, but I'm fairly certain you don't have a vessel,
Oh well. Wait.
unless I read that wrong.
He has Eric Crocra.
I do have a vessel.
Ooh, you understand it. Hopefully, you have a vessel. Okay, thought we discussed that, but I want to make sure.
Yes, yeah.
The language you are already more than aware. In spirit sense, the Naga will use it to mind control, essentially, the equivocal thereof of spirits. It takes them over. It tells them what to do. They get no choice in the matter.
Okay.
It's not really how you see it. As she's explaining the spell, if you will, it's...
Am I back here too?
I'm assuming.
Okay,
Yeah, 'cause
that
you
was never
were
clarified. I just want to make sure.
You said you were going back,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
assumed you went just
Yeah.
and you just went back to the bridge and walk up as they're whatever. What you catch is manifest before me, please. Weaver, deliver me. Bring me through. My vessel may be weak. I am not chosen. I am not worthy. Yet save this soul. Take the spirit. Away, whisk it away before the body.
Quiet your tongue. You speak in a foul language.
Take the spirit quickly. The flesh is going to take the punishment.
Quiet now.
Adriana,
Deep breaths.
I'm
Talk to us.
I'm gonna walk up to Adriana and just. It's okay. Talk to me.
Persuasion. And you have to beat his intimidation. Please roll.
I have to roll intimidation again.
Just so she has
Okay.
something to beat.
Is this with or without advantage?
No doubt.
Okay. 11.
18.
Okay, you win.
Okay. Because you're essentially telling her to stop. And
Yeah.
and that's making her want to go
Shut the
more.
fuck up.
Right, while she's sitting there going, calm down. She calms enough to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes are pretty wild at the moment. And she's looking around, trying to figure out what's a threat.
I'm gonna turn back to Lizard Boy. Go sit down.
Adrit, why don't you go help me?
I do not want to.
You're not
I
making
may
the situation
need you.
any better.
I do not understand.
I think Llamel needs your help with some spirit stuff.
I do not believe you. I will come and help you, Llamel.
Good, I'm in the business of removing a spirit from someone's body.
I follow him. As I'm walking away,
Big dick energy, baby.
I look over to Gwen, and I just say, tell her to take deep breaths.
Yeah, I got it, thank you.
We cannot help her if she is not there to help.
You screaming does not help, but thank you.
It does.
Not.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leading Adra back to the bridge.
Okay. Ezra's still over his shoulder going, no.
Llamel, I'm starting to think the professor is slightly irrational. I did get her to stop running.
Woman.
I'd have to agree with you. I haven't
No.
necessarily agreed with anything she's done thus far, and quite frankly, I'm concerned for our well-being at this point.
I mean, I owe a debt to her for providing me priceless knowledge.
I mean,
Didn't you
certainly.
pay her all your money?
That is besides the point.
Even Logan can't keep a straight face on that. He's like, money doesn't matter to me. It really does.
It didn't matter to him then, and then he realized she needed spell components.
Oops.
I think you paid your debt, Adra.
You didn't come pre-slot of his poker opponents.
Regardless, I believe that a friend is more valuable than an acquaintance or an enemy, and thus, making good relations, despite differences, is incredibly important.
As long as they're with the right people, yes.
Are we not the right people?
I think you are, I'm just not sure about Gwen.
Damn.
Spit facts.
So as you approach the bridge, do you cross it again?
Oh, no. I haven't fallen for that shit again.
What do you mean? I'm not going to do anything you did probably bad.
Probably nothing's happened.
I don't know.
I'm just waiting for that
I didn't
figure to come to me.
He's just gonna be standing on the bridge like...
Oh, also, I'm gonna roll for stealth so I'm not, like, immediately seen by the person so I can get a surprise
wall.
attack on them.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
There's a wall.
I will do the same.
Because I want to shoot this fucker in the head.
Okay.
That is an 18 for stealth.
I have 23.
Nice.
Their passive is probably high enough to detect me, though.
Maybe, I don't know.
Passive's 20.
How? I rolled the exact same on both d20s. I mean, it's statistically possible, I know, but still, nonetheless.
Oh, dude. Last, out of our ascension, I rolled double nat 20s.
Yeah, and you just...
Dude, it was fucking beautiful.
I mean, at that point.
That's a highlight.
Mhm.
Yeah, at that point, I'd be like, go ahead, just instead of doubling the dice, add 3 times. Forget it, I don't care.
Oh, that should have happened, man.
Or just, how do you want to do this?
BBEG.
Yeah, that was the only downside is, like,
I basically fired it to the BB.
the arrow stuck into him and he was like, he takes 2 points a damage.
Anyway. Not my game.
Yeah.
Quite literally, not my barrel.
Who knows, maybe one day you'll guest star. Or maybe you'll become a player.
So, talk to me.
Things went completely sideways. And I've probably pissed off at least 2 paladins at this point.
Yeah, but what's new?
It may be okay for you, but like not since training. And they always understood this is not going to be understandable.
Did anyone follow you here?
I can't see how they wouldn't. I checked myself for anything to track with. They don't have anything of mine that would track my spirit or my body, so they'd have to do it the old way. But we know they have trackers, and we know they're good enough at it. Who's he?
That's Richard. He's with me. So is the lizard and the asshole.
We're here to help. You mean beefcake?
You've convinced one of the tribes?
It's not that hard.
They're
Especially when there's only
not
one
for
of them.
selection, are they?
Be my guess, but good fucking luck.
Good point.
What does that mean?
I don't think that's ever worked, has it?
Not really.
What selection?
I think you're in danger.
Yeah.
So then,
That's literally
Training.
24/7.
I didn't hear you. What?
trainee,
Acquaintance?
right? Same thing.
Training for what? Still here.
Oh,
Right, exactly. You're here. And you see her eyes kind of, for a moment, gain stark patterns around the pupil. Her iris completely changes into constellations that are rotating around her eyes. And you see what looks to be essentially a star system moving around in each eye. And then it goes away. Is magic.
That's interesting.
It's just a paltry trick. It can be worked out pretty easily.
This is a poultry trick, and a minor illusion of chicken.
We're gonna start making a square jar with puns.
D100? D100? Josh?
We're making a pun jar, that's it. There'll be a D20 that goes in that jar every time.
80.
Yeah, that's like 3 away.
Oh. It's like 3 away.
3 away.
So close. Anyway. Alright. The project that I was working on became compromised. There's two different factions. One didn't know everything that was going on. I was kept in the dark for that need to know usual crap. Worked on the project as much as I could, and then the other faction found out what was going on. And let's just say that there's paladins on both sides of that.
Okay, so we anchored the paladins. Let's back up here a little bit. Hold
We
on.
did not anchor the paladins.
Okay, so the paladins are after someone in the group.
Yes.
Okay, so why?
In simple terms, I was working on a means to harness a vessel. Make it perfect.
We're talking about a pottery vessel, like a pot. I'm gonna need more.
Imagine a well that you could cram all the magic you could get away with into it. But
That
that vessel
sounds dangerous.
is a person.
That sounds dangerous.
I mean,
That's why it's on a need-to-know basis.
yeah, that's kind of the point. I had to build an entire facility to distill it all into a single person. It had never been tested. Well, the concept had, but the facility was never tested. It wasn't even brought online. And they can't.
They can't put all that magic into one person.
No, they can't put it online. It'll work. Or at least it should. The calculations say it will.
Well, gee willikers, Batman. That's fantastic.
Where's Lucretia?
Oh, see, about that.
Please tell me she's dead.
Oh. Okay,
I
okay.
got close.
So define
Not-
dead.
Not being able to walk again's the
I mean, when
best
you
I
pay
could
somebody
do
to
on
kill
short
somebody,
notice.
dead.
Wait, so
Oh, okay, so,
We're playing
Best
both
I can do on
sides.
short notice. Can't walk again.
Better, but that doesn't mean her brain's off, and that's a problem.
Like I said,
Why?
short notice.
huh.
again, information. How did you get away from those people? Hold on, back up. Let's back up the timeline.
Get away from what?
I saw you get taken by someone when you were talking to Issa.
That's a different story. As for being taken, that was orchestrated.
Of fucking course it was. I knew Issa was a bitch.
She didn't know about it.
I knew she was a bitch. Statement stands.
Oh my god, I just fucking twist. The world turned around.
I'm so upset. Lammel's on the wrong side.
Okay, so there's something you're going to have to understand about clan politics that gets dicey real quick. When you talk about the primary 5 clans, this is going to be too long to explain.
That's fine. Don't explain it. Another question for you then. Is the thing you're doing what killed the paladin?
I didn't kill the paladin. Had nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay, good. Because
They were dead before I ever started it. Well, figuratively dead by the time the project began.
There's that word. That was a key word.
How much must I shouldn't be distilling anything further, right?
I mean, it's up to you. I trust him enough, but I mean, it can really only go so much in short time.
They could disappear. And not just dead in the ground, they could get a lot worse than that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a sign
Listen,
of
we're
its
talking
own
paladins?
risk.
How much do you want to know?
Honestly? Less than I'm asking.
Are you guys eavesdropping on this?
I didn't figure we were close.
You could feasibly hear it, but it would be like somebody talking at a distance.
I don't think Llamel would care enough to listen.
Fair enough.
And
Because at this point, it's now in a conversation tone, no longer at the whatever. It's possible.
I'm more prepared with killing whatever walks up the stairs.
11 to eavesdrop.
You catch the occasional bits.
Okay.
It's up to you. Filter it through as appropriate.
All right.
Get clarifications later.
Gotcha.
So are
DM.
you... Sorry, go ahead.
Wait, what's your role in all this?
Still being figured out.
Go ahead.
So do we need to make you disappear?
A little late for that.
Well, yeah. Again?
Disappear.
Last time, it was with a plan and some very high up in the government helped.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on a special project that had its own kind of protections. I believe if we could get the Weaver involved, yes. But the two of us, I'm aware that you're more competent than me, but I don't think it's going to go that far.
You need a lot more to make anything big happen for that.
Then this is probably the safest place, hence the door. Unless I can get back to the capital, then maybe the Grove. But like that's very close if it gets compromised, and I don't want to risk anybody knowing it's there.
Mm-hmm. No, this is easier.
I could bind myself. If I do it, there won't be a backup for anything, though. And if you are chosen, like I expect you will be, there's a dead end after you. Unless, again, trainee.
Again, so code speak. Something is
It's
not passing through this
It's
well.
not really code speak. It's pretty plain.
See, you're kind of omitting words.
I'm not.
So like I understood all those words separately.
Hey, quick unrelated question.
Mhm.
So that bridge, you said there was a chasm on the other side?
Yeah, it's about 12-ish feet across, and then it goes 30 deep.
Okay,
And that narrow bridge is the only way through unless you go through walls.
gotcha. Like I said, an unrelated question.
Yeah, you can get to the edge of the bridge and leap, which is essentially what Llamel did before.
That's all.
Or if you can leap up on top of the columns that hold the stairwell.
Mhm.
That's actually higher. Cool.
Yep.
All right.
We'll save
Perception
that option.
check for you guys at the bridge.
We'll save that option for now.
What did you say?
Perception for the bridge.
18.
10.
Okay. You hear
I'm gonna ready my firearm to fire as soon as this person walks up. Like
Which
as soon as they're
gives you
visible,
your cue.
they're getting a shot right in the face.
Alright. Can I quickly cast a spell on myself?
If it's verbal, I'm going to roll perception.
Do we see them getting ready at the bridge, or?
If you're paying attention to it.
You're engrossing conversation.
So I would
assume
assume
you're
no.
paying attention.
Never mind. I'm going to have faith in the dice because that's a completely flat roll. I want to ready my action to attempt to boogeyman out whenever this guy gets on the bridge and try to shove him off.
Okay.
Okay.
Accept. Because I know it's going to turn into it, go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
And right.
I assume all of us, right?
Yeah, I have to exit out of this. Y'all can stare at the bartender for a second.
Woo! Bartender!
Dirty 20 for me.
Almost a nat 20, but it went 5.
I'm sorry.
See this funny number right here that should have a 0 after it, right here? You know, it's a 2.
Yeah, you went to the other one.
It was like...
That's what's coming.
This isn't Dragon Ball.
100%. It's the fucking androids.
That's not what I thought you wrote down.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, now I understand the Dragon Ball reference. Wow, why did that take? Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Dr. Giro is really at work.
Well, no, those 2 ladies we fought. Or, not really fought, but.
Was
Not what I thought
Dirty
you were talking about again.
okay. What was Gwen?
Oh shit, I was supposed to present.
Yeah, you guys
Initiative.
need to.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. 17.
Okay. And Richard?
14.
Oh, doing pretty good. How about you, Patrick?
Ugly 5.
An ugly 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
real ugly. About as ugly as me.
Wow. I disagree. Sexy motherfucker.
Your mother.
Is a cool person.
I haven't met her.
She's pretty cool.
Good to know.
She works in education.
I thought you were going to say at Kmart.
No. What the fuck is there at Kmart?
That's
Okay.
fair.
So we got that all.
Pretty sure they went out of business.
I did.
Wait,
Forever ago.
I bought a
They
mannequin
did?
from them. Yeah.
Yeah, like 2011.
Bought a mannequin from them. They're closing down.
No!
Are you
Wait,
eating right now?
did you casually
You
go
were
to
like
Kmart?
Yeah.
Shit, right on.
He went to Kmart every day of his life.
When I was 8, I liked to buy the thing that you buy at Kmart every single day.
Not to like shit on Kmart, but Kmart
Okay.
was revolutionary.
So,
Having cafeterias in their fucking grocery stores or like department stores.
are we good?
Sure, the Kmart spiel can be done for now.
Big ups to Kmart, guys.
I mean, there's no copyright.
I'm sure it still exists. There's some fucker holding onto it, I guess.
Oh, probably.
Big ups to Kmart.
But it's not like we started a business called Kmart, so.
Yeah, we'll call it fucking.
Woolworth. Because it's older.
Wow.
And anybody that knows that reference, you know how old you are.
So anyway,
So, you have your preparations. You estimate they're on the other side.
I estimate I can't like actually see them. Is it that
Uh,
like glimmery bullshit?
So they're not invisible at this point from that. So, because there is light here. But not pitch black.
Oh yeah, another question I had.
Sorry, my bad. I opened the wrong character. I apologize to you all at home too. Because I opened the wrong character again.
An audio message.
So, no, you would just have disadvantage.
Okay. I'm still going to make the attack because I just fucking roll like that.
He does. It's true.
With a disadvantage, that is a 14.
Nice.
I don't think that hits.
Not with that attitude.
With confidence.
So with a 14, and they're caught unaware, that means they don't get that. So it does.
Or
Go ahead.
really?
Yay!
Holy shit!
Yippee!
Really, I should have been. I could have argued for just flat rolling because I'm attacking from surprise or from stealth, but it doesn't matter if I hit. So, whoop-de-doop-a-doop. I need that dice. I need that dice.
He needs those dice.
That is max damage, 21 piercing damage.
Good lord.
Since it's almost impossible to tell which one's which, I just need you to tell me what.
Left or right?
Yep.
Left always.
Because he's never right.
And it's piercing?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the number again? 20?
21.
1. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, that +5 really helps.
Yeah, it does. So, as the shot goes off, how does Adrit? One of them is going onto the bridge.
Run out of cover onto the bridge and just try to shoulder patch them off.
Okay. Go ahead and make the strike for me.
Athletics, right?
Yes. It's contested.
Alright. Doesn't matter because it's a flat roll for me, but... Come on!
Sanatos.
Cool if you do it.
16.
Oh, left or right?
The one that he shot left.
You're going to go with the same one? Okay.
Yeah.
I roll with the advantage.
You roll with advantage?
You're getting shoved off.
As you make contact, you hear in a pretty standard scholastic magic language, which in this case is going to be Draconic, a spell empower them. Just enough to take enough strength for it to push back, and you don't successfully move them at first, and then you shove them.
Do they go off?
I now have to make a dexterity see if they float over the railing.
Oh! Please, come on, pray for us, pray!
Sanatos!
That is a 7.
Yes! I love when funny things happen.
Over the side it goes. And
You forget about the human factor, Mr. Robot.
it is 30 feet.
First and 3.
Yeah, but still, it is not insignificant.
I just more so wanted them down there. Fuck them.
All right, so we'll just do this.
Next turn, the other one's gonna try to shove me down. I'm
We're
just gonna roll like
pretty
a 1. Then I'm just gonna. Hi there.
Oh.
Hand-to-hand combat.
Mano y mano.
What about a choo-choo train? Have we ever done in this campaign?
Okay. So as you go bang, this one comes out right behind the bullet enough to go and hoof. And for a moment, you see the shimmer kind of break a little bit. The hood falls back, and this look of surprise on this woman's face as she goes off the side
I
backwards.
fucking love that. Oh my god.
Fucking big dick energy.
Yeah.
The gun wasn't out, so it's still on her back as she goes down.
L.
If I'd have rolled a 1, I'd have dropped that gun.
Oh, you take a fat L, bitch.
So as she goes over the side, you don't know about the other one, but it quickly backs up.
It's like, no, I'm not getting knocked off.
That makes it the one that fell off's turn, so they get up and run along the side of the chasm, which goes back into the structure.
Okay.
So for people's sakes, I'm going to zoom out a bit and wrong way. So here is that chasm. Basically, she got up from about underneath that bridge, and then ran around the side of the structure.
How far down was it?
30 feet.
Got shot for max damage and then falls down a fucking chasm. She's not having a good day. She better get a bonus after this if she lives.
Well, I doubt it because I didn't really get to see too much of them. But is there like any telling signs of knowing if this is the one that shot me in the face?
Make a perception check at disadvantage to see if you get enough of a glimpse. Because the hood did move and they lost the...
You did say they saw her face.
Uh-huh.
That is going to be a 13.
It is not.
Okay.
It's the other one.
Well, you know what that means, right?
Coming for you
I
next,
do
bitch.
because that's the one that's next.
Yeah.
Who comes just enough around the corner you can see a bit of it. It's not actually a shimmer like it was in the darkness, right? When you're in the darkness, it's almost like dealing with a predator, if you will, with that weird, you can see the outline, the translucence. They're not actually translucent in real light. What it's like is really looking at the surface of water that's been disrupted and seeing an image.
Ooh, that's cool.
The reason at night it does this is because there's nothing to reflect back as consistently. So it makes them more invisible.
Or it's reflecting the darkness it's already in.
Right, which doesn't really do a lot. In this case, though, you can see the constellations making her up. Well, you know it's her already. And then you can kind of see some of their facial structure, but the color tones of their own selves are muted for the surroundings around them instead. Doesn't really help at this point, but it will make you have disadvantage on range attacks, so
Alright.
that's why that happened.
So I gotta hit a bitch.
Yeah. Past that, it doesn't do a lot as the rifle comes around and she's going for round 2 on you.
Yeah. About to hit the other cheek, even that out.
Yeah, she has to turn the other cheek.
So it is the same two from.
Yeah. And that is a 21.
No, it doesn't. Yeah.
Didn't she say she hired those to kill Lucretia, though?
She's probably already dead.
So you're thinking right now based on the limited information she gave, but
You didn't hear?
well, no, that's Zach.
This is metagame.
Okay.
Talking. This isn't Llamel.
He's trying to understand.
I'm trying to go. Huh?
Okay, so I have to make sure
Paladin
that that's
Industries
there,
a bitch is all I just heard, though.
and you hear
I'll
that
write that in my notes.
same whine that just, and then
PTSD coming back.
this time instead of it coming out as clean line, it's just a giant cone. Both you make dex saves.
Ah.
I like deck saves.
I know you do. I can't do anything about it.
I am mostly neutral
18.
about dex saves.
Okay.
I do not like dex saves. 11.
All right. Oh, I was wrong. It's supposed to be
I've
con.
also got half
Oh,
cover
con?
right now.
It was
I
actually
believe.
supposed to be con. That's my
Okay,
bad.
so that's not an 11, that's a 9.
That changes my 18 to a 12.
Okay. my
Also
bad.
have cover.
I read it wrong. That's my fault. I'll keep your original numbers.
Okay.
I'll take the blame. It's my fault. So, what ends up happening is this gout comes out, and then it suddenly sucks back in about halfway and detonates. The concussive wave that happens from that is so loud, you guys clearly hear it with 0 issues. Since you both fail it, you get knocked prone backwards. So now I need a dex save so you don't go over the bridge.
Is this Thunderwave?
Yeah, it's Thunderwave. That's when I read it wrong. It's my bad.
Guide me in my attempt to stay afoot.
Starting to figure out the spells that I'm using now.
15.
All right. You fall onto the bridge, which is a positive. And you both take 12 points of damage from thunder.
Thunder. I'm actually planning on using that track in my own campaign soon.
Since you are not actually pushed, since you guys both have cover helping you, you don't go. You just fall over instead.
I don't do what?
The reason you fall over is you don't have any. You're technically using cover.
Okay.
So you're not going to go anywhere. It's either you go over the side of the bridge or you hit it and fall.
Okay.
In his case, he's behind a wall. It either goes into the wall or not.
Yeah.
So that's why he fell down. After that is Gwen, who just heard a boom. Bring out that. Oh, sorry. I thought we were all doing songs.
No, keep doing your
Here comes the boom!
Have I seen what they look like at the moment or no?
You can't see them because the bridge is inside the structure.
Okay.
There's an 8-foot wall between you and.
I know how far away we were from the whole situation.
Yep. I keep doing globes. Sorry, I don't mean to make anybody sick. You're kind of over here-ish,
Okay.
which is actually about 45 feet. Based on the squares. Because I have to zoom in a lot.
I assume you didn't hire anyone to kill yourself, Adriana?
No, but anybody protecting Lucretia would
Alright,
apply.
let's go. I'm gonna take Adriana and Richard by the hand and attempt to go over to the bridge.
Mhm.
Let me know if I make it there.
rules for dragging.
No, Adriana's gonna go with, but not. Yeah, no, she's not willing. You're gonna have to make a grapple. She's already worried about somebody trying to kill her.
Yeah, and I'm trying to leave.
She doesn't know if that's attack at her or attack at you.
Oh, where? What do I need to make to do this?
Oh, it's contested. Strength. Use athletics. I rolled like crap.
13.
4.
Cool.
You can drag her.
Okay.
Most of the way.
Are you coming willingly?
No, but yeah.
This is never-ending
Do we make
unwillingness of Richard to take the
Do
adventure
we
he
make
elected
it
for.
to the bridge?
You get close enough to see Llamel engaging in it.
I'm not close enough to the bridge.
You can
to-
see Adric on it.
I'm not close enough to the bridge to use it, am I?
No.
No, you have to be on it to do that.
Okay. Can I double move?
Not dragging.
Okay. Well, then I will stand in a guarded position, attempting to dodge or defend or whatever
Okay.
you need to technically mechanicize that as.
Mechanics. I
That's
like
offensively.
that.
Sorta. Okay. After Gwen is Richard.
Hideous laughter.
On me? You asshole.
Hideous laughter on.
Oh, I can't see your shit.
You could have. You're not
We're
dragging.
closer.
You can go the full distance. It's fine.
You can go the
Yeah,
distance.
I'll go the full distance, and I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter on what's her face.
On the one you can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
13. Wisdom. Taps through it.
I have a 14.
Yeah, figured.
Gonna have to help you get that up.
Tells a really shitty joke.
And
Your shoe's untied.
she's got a +2. Good enough. So, anything else from Richard?
Nah, that's it. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing else.
All right. That makes it the one below.
Dungeon Master, worst enemy here. From Hunks 06.
Huh. I have a feeling I know who that is.
Ooh.
It's your worst enemy, apparently.
Yeah. He's here to ruin your shit.
I'm thinking that's a certain person from Titusville.
Oh, another Titus Villian.
You've doxed him.
Titus Civilian.
All right, so the one that's below.
Jason's joining in on the music shit.
I need you to do me a favor and make a wisdom save.
Me?
Yes, please.
You can do it.
Wisdom save, huh?
Hi.
That is a 12.
Okay.
You die. What?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
No.
But you die in style.
I'm falling with style.
Did I get scryed?
Not exactly. So it's Adriana's turn. What do we do? No.
You want out, don't you?
Why would I willingly run up to... The lizard's already on there.
You want out, don't you?
I'm aware of how the bridge works. Fine. I'm not fighting them.
I'm not either.
How does the bridge work?
We'll find out.
Best statements ever. It's Jen going, we're going to wait for Andrew to show me. That's what that statement means. She does cast something. And
Is it
as
hate
she
on
casts
them?
it, you see, and this is really odd, but it goes around Adric. Adric sees a series of spirits manifest. Basically, they look like they have arms, kind of a neck and a face,
I understand.
but the faces are constantly changing into something different.
All right.
The hands each hold shields. They're not all that big.
Should I cast Shield of Faith on me?
And they're kind of like pulsing between this off-white and almost red as they slowly swirl around you like a swarm of bugs.
All right.
Nobody else sees them, but you do.
So do I know what that is?
Cape of Wasps.
You can make an Arcana check.
All right. I certainly will.
Shield of Faith.
Because if this is Shield of Faith, that's a spell I know.
I'm aware.
All right. That's a 9.
Is it just magic shield?
I don't even think it's on a cleric list for 100%. So let's go with you don't know.
Okay.
But it was cast on you.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it's helpful.
Maybe it's blade.
And it
Ward.
just gave me
That's self.
like
Oh.
5 more confidence.
Trust me, I thought of
Yeah.
All right. That puts it to Llamel. That's right. 2 sessions in a row where there's combat.
I don't want disadvantage, so I'm going to walk up and throw hands.
Okay. You're going to use the banister to get around Adric?
You should be able to move through allied squares.
Okay.
Also, he's prone at the moment, so I just walk over him.
Walks on his chest.
Excuse
I know you can
me.
move through allied squares. It's just more of the physical nature. You're on a
That's fair.
bridge.
That's fair.
Because usually it's assumed there's enough space.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and walk up and hit a bitch with my fist.
That's fair. Don't
Pardon
hit.
me,
My
Andrew. Steps
magical
over.
fists.
There we go. Throw some hands.
That is a 17.
Okay, it hits.
Awesome.
In reaction.
They have a reaction
Yeah.
to being hit.
Yeah.
These
I
guys
got
are
one of
bitches.
As Percy.
Go ahead and roll your damage for me.
All right.
Why not? Shit.
I have to.
That is
Nope.
10 magical bludgeoning damage.
Wrong one.
Plus 6 for damage on that.
Are you gonna
'cause
keep
my
attacking?
Magical tattoo. Probably. I want to know what happens when I hit her first.
Fair enough. That's fair. All right. So, as you hit, she goes to put her hand up, still reaching back enough to keep the rifle out of range. She's taking enough cognition to keep you from trying to take it from her. At least it seems that way. And coalescing around her hand is this little bit of a flame that starts to push out, almost like it just, like a backdraft would happen.
Did I just get hellish rebuked?
You did.
Yeah.
What a bitch!
Yeah, I was
Lamel's
like-
immune to
I was
magic,
like,
you bitch.
I know what's happening.
Texas.
Uh,
Did you just silvery barbs it?
cutting words.
Cutting words? Okay.
I can expend one use of bardic inspiration, roll the die, subtract a number from the creature's roll. Or is that a,
I think that's an attack roll.
It's not an attack roll.
does it have damage?
It has damage.
Perfect, I'll subtract it from that then.
Oh, you can reduce damage?
Yep.
Okay.
Attack roll, ability check, or damage roll.
Ooh.
Solid.
17 on my dex.
Okay. Don't waste it. He made the save.
Well, I think you still take half damage from him.
Oh, yeah, he does take half. You're right.
Yeah, reduce it more.
You can reduce it more if you'd like to.
Perfect. Exactly what I want. 4 damage. Or reduced by 4 damage.
4 more damage.
So, you have no resistance to fire. Well, if you have resistance to fire, you know how this works.
I don't have resistance.
Okay, so 12. Does it
6
reduce after he would
minus
take it? So it'd be 6 to 2.
You can do so after the roll, but before knowing the result. That's all it gets me.
So then it would be before. So
Yes.
12
Yeah.
less 4, which then makes it 8, so you take 4.
Ooh.
That's why I'm like, what is the order of operation?
Because otherwise it would have been 2.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead
Nice to know I was right then.
and flurry of blows this bitch by spending a key point.
Okay.
I'm gonna make 2 more unarmed strikes.
Okay. That was her reaction, so she can't do it again.
One is a natural 20,
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
and then the other one is a dirty 20. So the natural 20 becomes a 28.
Okay, well, they both hit, so you're fine.
All right.
9 plus 8 to hit. Goddamn.
Right?
That's crazy.
It's only like he's our
It's because
hitter.
there's one monk item.
It's
It's,
like
a
some of us
tattoo
don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
that is just fucking bonkers.
I can't believe how much you guys are, like, mopping them versus how much they were mopping you.
Yeah.
It's like a complete turnaround.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah, we learned from our past experience.
I think
different
it's
layout.
about the flare.
Mhm.
The other fight starts off, Lucretia's shot immediately. This fight starts off, I shoulder checked one off
And
the
Llamel
ledge,
shoots
and then he shoots them.
That's because he stayed for this fight.
Yeah.
Fair.
That is, yeah.
You had
17
squishies on the other
magical
one.
bludgeoning damage
Okay.
across the 2 heads.
So 17. Got it.
None of us do, but I'm trying to nope out of here.
I imagine my first hit, I go in for a punch, the flame comes up, and I just get burned from it, but I still connect.
And then Richard helps
Second
you.
hit comes in with a left knee to the gut, and then just force into her stomach afterwards.
Sounded to me on the double.
No babies.
All right. Well, she clearly took some damage. She takes the blows. She's clearly moving enough with it that she's trained, but not enough that she can keep up.
Oh, by the way, whenever you hit with one of your flurry of blows, you can impose one of the following effects on the target. Fall prone if they fail a dex save, or get pushed up to 15 feet if they fail strength. I hit her twice with my flurry of blows attack,
Mm-hmm. So it would only occur once, though, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and impose that she fall prone.
Okay, I have a 19 plus 4.
That certainly succeeds.
I just went ahead and rolled. I'm like, is it a plus 4 or is it a minus 1? That's all I need.
Oh, so I should have gone for the strength one. Got it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I didn't want to knock her.
there's your
back,
freebie.
The more you know.
All right, so following that crazy up is Adric, which will then put the one down below on deck.
All right. So I'm imagining Llamel is kind of like up here, and then the one opponent is here, and like right around here.
So Llamel would have moved onto the stairs
Okay.
because the other one is standing at this landing and using the stairs as cover.
Okay.
And basically just boxing them at the
You're
stairs.
on this, in the bridge. The other one is down below.
You
and
know, we
roughly
don't
here.
see her mouse on the screen.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so on the bridge, right at the stairwell is where you would roughly be.
Yep.
Leading into the building.
Okay.
She's using the stair structure.
Right over there.
I keep forgetting
that's
that
what I
the
figured.
mouse isn't visible. So the one is standing essentially on the stairwell. That's the one that Llamel is engaged in.
Mm-hmm.
She's on the stairwell going down into the structure. Llamel is on the stairs going across the bridge. And then moving into the space that would engage that. They're both fighting at that landing.
All right.
You're directly behind Llamel.
Mhm.
And then outside the bridge in the grass area is where the other three
The
would
other
be.
three are, yeah.
And the one that
over
went down below is off the left.
There, yeah.
Oh, I can't point over there.
If you essentially follow the bridge up into the corner, it's down below there, hiding.
All right. So
Sorry, I'm using a 7/8 so that you can kind of get more of an idea.
what I really want to be the case, because it would be cool, is that in between Adric casting those 3-minute-long thaumaturgy effects towards Lucretia and this fight starting, that it hasn't been a minute. But it probably has been a minute.
We've had whole long
Assuming he means
conversations.
Adriana, but I got it, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good, don't worry about it.
So I'm assuming it has been a minute.
It's been
He
spelled.
did that,
Yeah.
and then we went and calmed him down, had a whole
Yeah, I would say it's been more than a
conversation,
minute.
yeah.
Okay. Because if it hadn't, those effects would still be going and we
Yeah,
But regardless,
it would be.
Adric gets behind Llamel, like right up there, so that he can see the bitch on the stairs. And
I love that Adrit is adopting Lamel's language.
Adric casts
He's part of your
Shield
familia.
of Faith on Llamel, so add 2 to your AC.
Oh, I got an armor class of 20.
As
Oh.
I've never
Adric
heard one
shouts,
that high.
"You have made a very poor choice of enemy today."
Ooh.
And then as my action, I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on them, so they need to make a Wisdom saving
I
throw.
knew that was coming.
Mm.
I was like, where is it? It's going to be either Gwen that does it or Adric. One of you two's doing it.
Gwen.
I really wanted you to bite his leg. Made a poor enemy.
I can't
that.
reach that, so come on.
That would be a 9.
Okay, so they fail.
Sweet.
So Adrid then shouts, "Rot from within."
I
And
assume they've taken at least 8 points of damage.
Is that a 12?
Oh,
12 necrotic damage.
Fuck yes!
We are
Slay.
giving them the works, dude.
Oh.
And then with that, I'm going to move as far back on the bridge as I can to get to cover.
How does that energy leave you? How do you cast that spell?
So I take the staff in my left hand, and then after casting Shield of Faith by sort of tracing a sigil in the air onto Llamel, with my right hand, I grab onto a lower part of the staff, sort of slam it down, and this wave of sort of, I would say it kind of like drains the color from the surrounding as a bell dung dung through the air, and then focuses in on the person.
As it comes in, the color doesn't come back on her at full at first,
All right,
letting you know that it somehow affected her.
gotcha.
But instead of it draining away like you would expect, it pulls into her and makes her color more vibrant, briefly.
Did she heal from that? Okay.
and I was just like, good. I wanted to play with you a little longer.
All right. Well, that's good to know. But yeah, back up.
Oh, well, in that case.
In that
goodbye.
case, I'm not the one with 20 AC here.
That's true. Make whatever assumptions you want. I'm not telling you if you're right or wrong.
I'm just going to use a different spell.
I mean, again, you're allowed.
Yep.
So after
I would hope so.
Adrit is the one below.
Law and Order sound effects.
Dun dun.
Special victims.
I need you to do me a favor and make a charisma save. Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm making
Charisma
so many
save.
saves.
Yeah.
You must really like me right now. That's a 16.
Ooh.
You die.
Again.
You start seeing 3 of the things in front of you, the soldiers. One a little bit in front of you, one down the stairs, and one slightly off its left. You can't tell which is the real one.
That's fine. I can hit 3 times a turn.
That's fine.
I'm gonna hit you all.
Probably only going to work once, but it's fine. It happened. The individual that was down below moves further along the wall. Now nobody can see her. Or see them, I should say, at this point. Which puts Gwen up, and Richard's next.
I'm gonna turn to you. Don't puke. Run out. Drag them to the bridge. And I'm hoping it works. And I'm gonna to the door.
Don't you what?
As you're dragging Adrian, she's like, wait. And it... Gone.
Did he come with? I was holding his hand, hoping that would make
Yeah,
it
if you're
work.
waiting to his turn, essentially readying it,
Yeah,
that's fine.
the goal
You guys
is
are
to
right
bring
after
him.
each other.
The goal is to bring him with me.
Yeah?
And leave us
you willing?
behind.
It
It's
is my
okay, we're
turn.
the big boys.
Yeah, because she has to hold to your turn for that to work.
Team 1 hype.
I am willing. Good luck, Llamel.
I will treasure this. It'll be a family heirloom.
Just like we end up dying, and the last dying words as we hold hands, like the SpongeBob scene, is, "Man, Dominus would have loved this."
Did I bring both of them or just him?
Adriana can do it herself, so it will work out just fine.
Why did she do that to begin with? Why did she fucking run?
Or
You'd have to
decisions?
figure it out. Not thinking straight. You do a lot of not thinking straight, just like
decisions.
everybody else, including me. So,
I guess that's fair.
as you go, like I said, she goes, wait, I know you two still hear them.
Alright, do I need to go back and kill them? Or
I was
are we-
right! I was fucking right!
Make a like it never.
Did you do anything besides give him your bardic inspiration? Because you're already on the other side. But your action occurs before, so I need to know if you do something else. This is a comedy of errors of amazing.
Oh my fucking god, I can't believe I was accidentally right about them being our fucking maybe allies.
You know, if there's an eight-letter word I'm thinking of right now that starts with team and ends with work. I'm not feeling a lot of it right now.
I mean, I'm thinking of a 5-letter word that's not a real word, but it starts with and ends in R.
Nope. No, I'll take it to them.
No, okay, that's fine.
My fucking god.
That makes it the one that's fighting Llamel, who takes a half step back, not going out of melee, levels the rifle, and fires.
Fucking hit me.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that. That's fine.
Lammel's immune to bullets.
I'm immune to bitch.
Yikes. All right,
Oh, that's 26 damage.
You got AC 20 right now.
first shot.
Hopefully it helps.
Nat 20.
Alright, well, you're kind of fucked. Sorry.
May as well just hand him a character.
It was nice knowing you guys.
Do you have a reaction of any kind? As the thing goes,
It is a projectile.
You can
Correct.
cry as
It
a
is-
free action.
not just a projectile.
Okay.
God damn it.
I do have a
I was gonna get
reaction.
them too, so
Okay.
it'll take a minute.
I can deflect missile.
It is a range attack.
Yes. So
I would do it.
I can reduce the damage by 1d10 plus 9.
I'll accept that.
Alright.
Because the artillerist is about to kick in, you'll reduce that
You're
one
gonna
of the
need
damage.
it.
Also, I'm thinking I may use the bardic inspiration on this. Because this is the nat 20, and I'm gonna die.
I mean, the scorching ray is going to hit you regardless, but the bullet's a different story.
That was... Alright, that's reducing it by 14.
Okay, so that's from
Not much help.
that's basically going to get rid of the artillerist dice because it can't get above a 10.
Okay.
So I just won't even roll it. All right, so that means a crit on the spell. The spells don't have crit damage.
Nope. Start of my life.
They took that out in 5th ed.
Oh, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, if you're used to Pathfinder rules, man, it would suck right now.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
So you take 6 points of fire.
Whee!
Oh, I was so much more scared.
Then the second beam comes in,
Oh,
But you
Oh.
didn't have.
which has a 21.
I'm sorry, that was 21 damage?
No, it's a
hit.
21 to hit.
Oh, okay, that hits.
Still not awesome.
I thought that was 21 damage, so I was like, excuse
For
me.
2 fire.
Alright, so I'm at 8.
That's it?
You're at
Oh, there's
8?
only 2?
Yeah, when I shot him into crit, he got hit with the D10s too.
Okay.
You're reducing the D10 away.
Oh, I thought you meant you were at 8 health. I was
No.
like,
And I just rolled like
Ow.
trash on the 2D6.
perfect.
Twice, whereas I rolled max practically against you.
Thank you, Senatus. I'm sorry, Andrew. That was really cool, though.
I tried.
Well, you have a second attack, don't you?
That was the second
Oh,
attack. wasn't
Jason's
it?
saying spells do have crit damage if it requires an attack roll.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. about
Jason's
that.
coming in here. Clutch. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him.
Am I getting corrected on that?
You're the DM. You do whatever you want.
Look, here's what I have to say, right?
Somebody look that up real quick and I'll worry about rolling the dice.
He might be correct, but also, it's my dad.
I'll take it with a grain of salt.
Dad, you're the worst at rules.
You know, I've got enough health. Roll the crit damage.
Just look it up while I move on to the next person,
Alright.
which is Adriana, who's on the other side going,
You can go back.
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes to go back. Wait, stop. And that's all she can do because her action requires her to teleport.
Yes, range
Yep.
spell attacks
And take 7 more.
count as a crit.
7 more.
Sorry.
Love you,
No, it's
Dad.
fine. All it
And I happen to
does,
glance at the chat, which is even, the timing of it.
it seasons my abs.
Yeah?
It's a nice little char effect,
I mean,
making them look even better.
I wish that was a way
They're
to
like
burn fat.
they're like glazed Hawaiian rolls right now.
Roll a d100.
What?
Burn fat, that was a pun.
Oh, I don't agree, but I was 3-way. With a 33.
Gotta use the joke, yes!
Anyway, that makes it Llamel's turn. As Adriana reappears going, wait.
I imagine that
Wait.
as this is happening, I'm like swinging in, and I just stop like an inch away from her, like chin.
Continue.
What do you mean stop? What is this?
You see the one with the gun? Lowers the gun. Very mechanically.
I lower my fist fluidly.
Like a human does.
Sort this out. I don't know if they understood how this works. They were protecting the creature under someone else's deception. Do not hurt them until we figure out what's going on.
I will say if I'm able to come back, I'm bringing those two of us back as soon as we're out of...
We'll take it up initiative when
Okay.
they're no longer wanting to fight.
Well, as far as hurt them, I've already done a fair work for that. Or a fair job on that.
Give and get. Adrit's turn. Or yours. Your choice.
I disengage.
Okay. Adrit's, do you disengage?
I just walk up to Adrit and cast Cure Wounds on him.
You
Oh,
walk up
shit.
to yourself?
I walk up to Llamel and cast Cure Wounds.
He looks at his reflection in the water and goes, you know what? Oh, the fuck.
I deserve this.
Maybe I am worth it.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I didn't prepare
No,
Cure
I am
Wounds.
Adrit.
Okay, never mind. I don't cast Cure Wounds. I give
I give you a pat on the back.
I was gonna say I give Llamel a solid pat on the back.
No healing word.
Turn to Adriana and say, "You professors really need to work on your communication."
I mean, he's not wrong.
So you disengage.
Yeah.
Alright,
Poof.
we're back.
As you're poofing back, this was not coordinated. There she is. This isn't coordinated.
Clearly.
To the house.
She could walk. Adriana walks up to the one because the other's still down in the ditch, if you will.
Damn right, she's in the ditch.
Bitch! Do whatever repairs you need. Guard the door. Do not forego first orders. These individuals are not targets until I change that.
Hold up. That was
right now.
I didn't like that.
You see the eye on the one that's standing up there because the shimmer goes away as they pull the hood away. The one that's up outside of them again, being twins, one blonde, one's got dark hair that's almost black. Otherwise, you can't tell the difference between the two. The eyes kind of rotate a little bit, and you get a recognition. You're close enough, the two of you. It's mechanical.
So they're like robots?
You don't really know.
Regardless, I go up to the one that had shot me the previous night, right?
Uh-oh.
And I say, I do not believe in forever enemies, but I request recompense. If I were a weaker being, this would have killed me.
Programming does not compute.
Currency.
Retributions of war.
Hands you the equivocal of 20 gold.
Yes! Spell component!
And then puts its coin pouch away. Payment rendered. And then it just turns and starts walking down the stairs. And slings the rifle on the back.
Oh, that was the best.
Loyal just kind of stands there scratching his head. What the fuck did I just watch?
I needed currency.
I'm taking a nap. Fuck.
House!
Wait, so is Lucretia dead or not?
No.
I really don't know. I kind of hope so.
Alright, so.
But why are they here? That would mean she's dead.
Not
Or their programming
necessarily.
believes she's dead and you were guarding her. The orders were Lucretia and anyone guarding.
Ah.
No orders given doesn't change the commands.
I may have rushed Lucretia to a hospital, saving her life.
Don't say such unnecessary things.
Yeah, I definitely did. Mainly because Isa told me that if she dies, she's going to kill me.
So you were coerced.
You could say that, sure.
Yes.
Insight.
No.
Roll your fucking deception. Oh wait, she has advantage on insight.
4.
Right. I have to say, this has got to be the most ridiculous gang of idiots I've met.
Gang of idiots you've met so far.
Weaver, help me before I jump off this bridge.
Weaver is...
I wouldn't recommend it.
Because you've said this a couple times.
Only once that you could understand, though.
You said this at least once.
I amend my statement and still insert my intent. I think that's going to get explained. I'm going to have a headache.
I got dinner inside.
That was...
Or lunch.
How long have you been here?
Sorry, it's been a morning. Hour and a half.
It was in the other building.
Can we go back to the house for this expedition?
I
so
did
can
say
take a
house
nap?
like 4 times.
So, yoink. All right. Did you go back to the house that you were in, or the one she was in?
The better of the two.
It's really
Okay, well, mine's got food, so.
okay.
That is a
So
fair
as you
point.
turn back, again, you head back in. Come on. Everybody gets to crab in his kitchen.
Yay!
So,
Because she looks like she hasn't eaten in a hot minute, so.
yeah, that's probably kind of accurate. Well, sort of.
Also, what's in the bag?
It's at the door still.
Yeah, I know. I'm asking as I'm bringing it to the table.
You go to pick it up and you know.
Well, no.
Just
I say
gesture?
me.
Okay.
Llamel, probably.
It's in the bag first. Let's open it up before we look at it.
I was going to put it on the table so we can look at it.
Yeah, but it's right there.
No. They're components. My God, you guys touch everything. Leave the bag there. Do time.
I think I'm actually pretty good about touching very little, all things concerned.
That I actually believe.
I'm not very handsy.
I think
That I don't believe.
That is so rude of you.
You look like you've pretty much lived most of your life either in combat or in someone's bed.
Well, certainly combat. Other people's beds? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, handsy. Anyway. So, let me clarify a couple of things that maybe you don't know. God, Weaver, help me on this one. If what you know is that I disappeared, vanished, kidnapped, dead, I don't know what they told you. I sent a single warning letter, and it didn't go all that far that I know of. And to my knowledge, at this point, Lucretia has enough contacts within the Dornritter that it would be dangerous for me to reveal too much. Not to you, but for my sake. The Dornritter's been guarding me since selection. So, when what, 3-4 years?
Give or take.
You're probably already familiar with some of them, specifically Draylin. I don't know if Kara ever made contact. It's possible, but she's got her own ways. They were supposed to essentially keep the cover of my situation without arousing the suspicion of the Watchers too much or anyone else that ends up looking into it, like, I don't know, the Ministry of War. Since they're very factitious. They look all nice and solid as one unit. They're not. Between the Inquisition's interests and the Ministry's interest and their personal interest, let's not even talk about the two vicars and how much they squabble. As I have a feeling if you've been involved in family politics, you're more than aware that's a nightmare scenario waiting to happen. That looks like it's all nice and patriotic until they're not at war. Which, as you've noticed, the late king has kept us out of one for about 40 years. And the ones that wanted a war might have sold things that were in development to progress our lives into something else. And when one of the ministries backed the project, they had the head of it executed by a resistance band. This event happened a little over a year ago. Maybe slightly less.
That was the Fall of Darkness?
Yes.
Okay.
That was funded by factions in the Ministry of War. They let members of the Resistance have the means to do it. And they set up the Paladin to lose. I probably shouldn't know this information, but I do, and I'm surprised if Gwen doesn't already at this point. Given your connections, it would make sense that we both learned it in different ways. That aside, that means Lucretia knows it too, because anyone that works deep in academia also works heavily in special projects, one way or another. Various secrets, non-disclosures, Sometimes the guilds hire us, but most of the time it's the government. And the ministries aren't friends. They never have been. They're still run by clans in some form or another. You'll notice any of their upper echelons are run by individual clans. And at what point in our history do you think any of the 5 major houses have been friendly?
Only when they're at war and not with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They make alliances when it's convenient. You think that changed?
Excuse me. Right.
Yeah.
No, because
Is that Pollo?
Yeah, right.
if they're not
Maybe
at
I
war
did make the
with-
better choice.
if they're not at war with someone else, then they're at war with themselves. That's just how it's always been.
That's pretty much it. So in my case, my project was started originally by the Ministry of Darkness, not anybody else. It was funded and supported, but obviously it got co-opted pretty quickly after the incident. And the vicars under the Ministry of War have spent a lot of time building up individual factions. Right now, the two are poised to try to get enough support from their paladin to become the next in darkness. Hence Vegas's move. It's very political, with a lot of money behind it, and he's probably the better of the two morally. However, he's a lot weaker when it comes to a military's mind, and he definitely isn't about conquest in any form. Which, if all merit and honestly rumors are true, and I don't know, there's good odds the prince is okay with reversing his father's dictations. Or dictations, not dictions. He probably speaks just fine. But it's not a hereditary title. The clans have to decide it, and it's very unlikely another tier is going to sit on the throne. It's not how that works. It never has. And I don't know if any of you are probably aware, there's an A-straw candidate that's most likely to take over. If that happens, the faction that's been out to kill me and scrap the projects the Darkness did, who also helped orchestrate the Resistance's funding, is then going to move into putting the prince into a position of power because they're allies. And I don't really have to explain too much about Kuno's role in this at this point if you're familiar with him. He's a financier, and he's definitely a warhawk and has been for a while, but he's very good at his words. I bring this all up because at the end of the day, Lucretia is on the other side of this. She's good friends with some of the ones that are within it. Her family's been in the military forever, and they're deeply connected to, well, factions that are okay with this expansion idea. They want to go beyond the mountains. They want the old kingdom that was beaten to be essentially annexed and the territories to be populated. They want to move on the southern people. We're talking about decades of movement and conquest. I didn't build what I built for that purpose. I built what I built to essentially try, since we lost any realistic way to make another paladin, to replace the power imbalance that's now happening.
Called it.
It's not realistic, though. If they turn it on and manage to get it to work, which they shouldn't be able to, just went to the bag, because I have one of the key components, but a smart person can replace it. A dedicated one will want to, and a good engineer can do it.
And they got a few of those.
Which is why killing Lucretia was a major move. She's okay with it. She's got the knowledge and skills, and Draylen's not going to be able to stop her if she gets support.
I'm curious. My sister Priya, she kind of just took one of our smartest, most technologically advanced engineers and put him on a special task without us. Is she involved in this at all?
Who's your sister?
Priya Tyr.
The prince's cousin? Probably. Wait.
Dominus may be compromised.
Priya, why do I know that name?
Flashbacks?
No. Are you sure it's a tier?
Hold on. I have I seen Priya ever?
No.
I can't help you. Never mind.
No. I thought I was careful enough not to, but I wasn't sure.
No, you're right. I haven't.
DM planning.
Have you seen Priya?
I have seen Priya.
You wanna?
No.
Oh.
Richard is definitely in the I'm keeping my own secrets at this point.
And I don't know know that he's seen Priya, so I'm not going to cast suggestion on you to make you do it.
I apologize for the interjection. You mentioned the Dornritter.
Yes.
I mean,
Were those not the honor guard of King Adon of
he gave you
Names?
spells, that's right.
Yeah.
That's the old moniker.
What is their significance in this equation?
I don't know if I can explain this in a way that would make sense, but the original guards that survived
Oh no.
are really how the paladins were formed, to my knowledge. I wasn't there. This is as good as folklore at this point. But it is documented enough, and you could read about it if you can get in the collections in the capital.
Just like read it.
And they are defending you, you said?
Their descendants.
I'm trying to process all this. Things have been turned upside down, it seems.
Upside down, topsy-turvy.
I suppose it
and-
just depends on loyalties.
Well, at one point we were defending someone, and now we're being told they're a threat. So I'm trying to make my own conclusions.
That's fair, and she takes a step back just in case.
Do not be alarmed. I am not usually impulsive. The time I yelled at you was because you were being rash. I apologize.
If I didn't trust him, I wouldn't have brought him here.
To also be fair, I took quite the painful shot to the face, as you can see here, from your ally, so we all make mistakes.
That's what she said earlier. I don't think that was a mistake.
It hurt.
Not arguing that.
It probably did. All right. So then I can't show my face. That's not going to work. If I come out of here and I go into a public space, at this point, I'm dead. There's no questions about it. The support that I had isn't going to support me now that I have the key, because it's easier to basically write off an engineer. And they don't know all I know. So I'm a liability.
Why? I know why you left, but why did they change their minds on you all of a sudden?
It had a lot to do with the slow trickle of changing after Darkness died. Who was in charge of what projects?
How recent did Darkness die in
About a year.
comparison to where we're
Roughly a
at?
year.
Okay.
It took a while for everybody to be aware of what was going on and get involved. She's been on this project obviously for years. I think you guys have notes about it from before.
Yes.
So
What does it mean when the corpses began to rise? Do you have any insight on that?
what's the rest of the context?
Suddenly, to my surprise.
I actually show her this handy dandy little note. Just don't worry about the drawings, they're important, I swear.
They're important. 100% important.
Oh, that got interpreted weird. So, the Stylics don't exactly interpret things perfectly. So when you give them a command that has to turn it into something logical, it's the only answer they have. So they took my sentences and turned them into statements. The corpses of the corpse Knights of the Resistance. They're the old Queen's Guard.
Smash resistance old.
They're the ones that killed Darkness.
Corpse Knights of Resistance. Old Queen's Guard killed Le Paladin of Darkness.
As for the rest of that, that was actually a warning of Captain Ado. If Lucretia and him make contact and he becomes aware of the project,
It did.
I mean, he may
What
not remember
happens?
much.
As a plus,
He
he
did
might
get a
not.
thing.
What happens?
And I don't think
he has the influence to get his father involved. once his father's involved, the chain of command from top to bottom is going to be aware of the whole project.
Who's
His
the
father's
competent
deep friends with
assassin?
Vegas.
Who's the competent assassin then in this equation?
That I'm not sure I want to share. On the off chance I can't trust you.
Understandable.
Part of me just wants to go outside and detect thoughts real quick.
Go for it.
uh,
Speaking of, everybody make wisdom save.
Everyone.
Ooh.
I'm gonna wait till they all say it before I say something first.
Actually, correction. Don't.
Okay.
16.
Much higher than 16. 21.
I'm not aware. Once you're about 16, don't worry about it.
Come on. I love how D&D Beyond just shits itself sometimes.
See,
I'm
paper
aware.
doesn't do that. It's just not accurate because I don't print it.
Wisdom save. Okay. Nat 20, 25.
Nice.
Didn't even need your modifier.
So none of you are really affected.
Alright.
It's fine.
What was it?
I can take a guess, but I'm not gonna say it.
Can we, was there any instance of it?
Mm-mm.
Like no shake off or anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
The more and more I learn...
No, the closest as she started talking, she focused more on all of you.
The more and more I learn of the political interests of this nation, the more I start to think that a plot is being made that might shake the entire world.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct in this assumption?
If the warlike aspects of the clans gets reinstated as, let's call it, government gospel, and you can convince enough of the populace that already joins the military compulsory, it's not hard to mobilize from there.
I'm just curious, though, who do they have to go to war with?
They don't have to go to war so much as just start conquering lands that have disparate tribes and resources they want.
I think I should be open here, as should we all. Up until recently, I have only been a part of this group out of convenience. I think I serve my own purpose more than others. This whole plot that is unfolding does not have much to do with me. But I think it is of a greater importance than I have initially placed stock in. I wish to learn more. I think I can help some way.
Well,
What's your end game, really? If I'm gonna swear allegiance or help you out in any way beyond how I've already fucked up your plans, I should know that at least what you're going to try and stand for.
there's little I can do at the moment. My access is cut off. But if you were to talk about my personal thoughts and beliefs, they're the same reasons I've done what I've done. I don't need to see the country that I was born into turn into a military force that tries to conquer everything it owns, or conquer everything and make it own something. There's already enough people that are within the guilds and in questionable states. We don't need hundreds, if not thousands, of more of them a day. On top of it, the only thing that's going to happen from there is people are going to build up more and more personal assets and growth. The clans will probably get more fractious, and if I want to be honest, very little will stop them from start fighting each other once someone gets enough leverage. You'll see them gain personal ground, if you will. If they actually go after the southern tribes, it's probably a few 100,000 people. They're not cohesive. We've been cohesive for a few centuries. Add them into the populace. Again, compulsory military service, so if it's not now, it'll be in 50 years when their children are having children.
While I may not agree with the secrecy and the lies and the manipulation, I at least agree with your motive, so I'm willing to help.
Well, that's good.
We know where Lucretia and Ato are.
And they trust us, so we might be able to use that, or just blow their brains out.
Are we so
Whatever
easily
serves more
going to
purpose.
snuff out their life like that?
If it's necessary.
Be the first time.
This is something I cannot necessarily agree with.
Well, at the moment they're alive and they pose a threat, from what I understand.
Certainly there must be another way. All
Yeah.
life is precious.
To be realistic, one poses an intellectual threat and the other one poses a financial. Neither of them are military threats in the sense of that.
Well, Lucretia
Well-
is all military family.
Yeah, but the value in her is her brain.
And the connections the brain has made, yeah.
And by now, she's not stupid, and her and I have worked together long enough. She may have an idea of some of the stuff I was already working on, and how much I've changed it.
Not to be rude, but solving the problem of a smart brain is rather simple, and the more difficult one, I think, would be the financial.
Oh, so you just gotta hit it a couple times.
Tell me we do
not.
not have to slaughter them, Adriana.
I'm
Well-
not specifically trying to kill anyone. If there's a way to dissuade them, fine. I'm not a violent person by nature. It's probably why I wasn't chosen.
Also, please elaborate on that. What do you mean by selection? Chosen? I overheard those words passed around a couple times, but their meaning is lost on me.
I don't know how free I am to speak about it. The ones that understand, understand.
You had to have been there, you know?
You're full of shit.
You cannot expect me to willingly ally myself with you. Also, while having recently been in conflict with your allies, if you withhold information that could be crucial.
It's true. The only thing I can possibly do is let you know how powerless I am at this point and why. I've already had a run-in with Lepus once in the process of getting out of where I've gotten. And I'm going to tell you this because you'll understand it. But he already has my amulet. And if he has that, he knows what we know, or he can, assuming he ever manages to figure out how to attune to it.
Surely no piece of jewelry is that valuable.
I don't think you understand how old magic can be.
Well, the paladins exist, so older than dirt.
It's older
Yeah.
than them. It's older than Adon.
That is quite old.
Yeah.
At least the power that it's linked to is that. The device, not so much.
Remind me again who Lepus is.
Regulus Lepus is the head of the Prima Bellator.
Isa's boss.
That's the commander
Gotcha,
of the
okay.
local melter.
Or Isa's boss.
Yeah.
ISIS boss. Oh, god damn it.
Am I gonna have to kill my girlfriend?
Crouch.
On a side
You're
note,
making a lot of assumptions over there, buddy.
Richard, would
What?
you be willing to lend me 5 gold? Thank you.
I got you, buddy.
I now have enough to cast 1 of my spells. At least it does not consume the components once I purchase them.
Why do you need money? You keep asking about it.
I was ill-prepared when I left my homeland.
What components do you need, Adret?
You just come with me. Come,
Yeah, I
come,
was
come.
like, the kitchen's right here. Like,
No.
He doesn't
Surely
need a
you need a stick of
sandwich.
ginger.
no.
Some butter, will you?
In terms
I'm aware of how
of
small components work, boys.
Why is not there
in
yet?
terms of game sense,
Adrian's gonna get dragged out this way
okie doke.
if you follow Adriana.
Yeah.
Like you're going to get handed your components. That's what's happening right
Okay.
now.
In terms of game sense, let's see.
Is this
I
your like secret hideout where y'all like fucking
Yes,
Play
that's
and talk
why I
about
wanted
boys.
the door closed.
where is it?
Nothing bad happened because the door was open and let your allies come in. I am still right here.
So yeah, in terms of game sense, I need a pearl worth at least 100 gold pieces for identify. I need... Let's see.
Here you go.
Let's worry about the logistics later.
Ah, okay.
Just look at the thing.
Look, we're handing you items.
I can't really tell what that is.
It's
have
an alchemy
items.
lab.
Yes.
So
Your
do I just
Your
have all the spell
components
components?
are
We'll
half.
talk.
Okay.
Unless
We'll
it's
talk.
like,
We'll talk to your
unless it's
people.
probably like the diamond for revivify. Like,
Well, I don't have Revivify.
Yeah, then I assume you're fine. We
It's
got
just,
it covered.
I'd like to be able to cast things like Augury, because being able to get a sign from the gods, it's kind of a cool
We
thing.
got you covered. I'm not gonna lie. I assume spell components just come at character creation.
I mean,
Some
they
do.
do.
Aside from maybe the.
They do, but the costly ones, the ones that
Yeah.
specifically list gold, which
Yeah,
that's the ones that I'm.
yeah. We got you covered.
Yay.
Why is there a skill? Never mind.
Not going to
Not
ask.
worth questioning.
I don't go into your house and ask you questions about why you have skeletons in your closet. All right?
Man, wait till later. So, I think we're at a point where you at least understand me.
More or less, certainly more than I did when I nearly shot you. But
Which is so weird for a person that went looking for me, but alright. I mean...
I needed to stop you one way or another. I just didn't realize how slow you were.
Ouch. Well, if nothing else, I may not have a lot of my... let's call it connections. I still have a brain, and this is a lab. I can make you things if I have to, and or need to. So, consider this a place you could retreat to.
Yeah, because we're burning the other two save passes, by the way. No longer helpful.
I figured you'd flashpoint anything you left.
No, well, yeah. I'm just letting them know.
I did actually
I'm down
have...
to one, and thus I kind of burned a lot running away.
I got a few left. It gets annoying.
It's gonna be
We're
expensive.
homeless.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have a home.
We're homeless.
Can't wait to work with the Ministry
He's like, I'm
of
rich,
Industry
bitch.
again. That'll be fun.
I did actually have one more question.
I suppose I can handle one more.
It seems as though a lot of the knowledge you hold is classified, in a manner of speaking, but you do seem to be very knowledgeable. What do you know of the lizard tribes?
A decent amount.
Anything that you think would be important to share that I might not know?
I mean, I don't live with your people. I don't presume to know what you would know.
Fair enough.
If you're talking about your history, your generation,
History is important, but I would also
that
like...
back at home
about the generation,
about history.
well, that too. I mean, I could easily find some of the work that's been done by past scholars.
More importantly, though, and he kind of leans in and whispers this, I'd like to more know about I'd like to know more about the spirit of Rafa.
On that, she has a very obvious reaction of surprise. She catches it quick enough, but not quick enough anybody witnessing it. That will be something we have to talk about over time. But yes, I do know a little.
Thank you.
The new friends of ours.
The gun people.
The robot.
It's a questionable thing because if they figure out that they're working with me, it's not hard for some of them to be reprogrammed.
We saw them at the bar. Yeah, they were the two at the bar. Yes.
They look like it.
Yeah, they're the two at the bar. Are we wanted to your knowledge, or should we not also show our face out in public?
Wanted is a matter of Atos willing to enforce.
Well, he seemed like he was friends with us at the time.
If the ministry's passed something through the ministry of anything but law,
Mm-hmm.
it's only enforced by the agents that work within that ministry, and only so much as financial crimes.
Okay, so when we piss him off by killing him, we'll probably want it. Understood.
I mean, his father's probably bound to come down on you harder than anything.
Yeah. I don't know which one his dad is.
Right. Regulus letters.
That's right.
That was the main point of talking about.
Yes. Ados.
All right. Gwen, if you don't mind helping me with this, will address an attunement that I need to do?
Yep.
Or we won't know where the amulet went.
Yep.
Past that, I guess we'll hold off questions till next time, because that's the end of the episode.